Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? All right, let's do a quick sound check. If anyone is here, let me know if you can hear me, and of course, if you can see me. That would be helpful as well. So I was just going through all the random stuff that is stored here in StreamYard. We got this. I don't know why, but it's there. Of course, we have this one. I'm going to leave that one in because that's just priceless. Hey, Bruce and Retro Techie, if you're still here, how you guys doing? So, let me make some space here and explain to you what we are doing today. Actually, let me get rid of the soldering iron. And there. Blu-ray fighting time. It is, and I hope I win. So, what happened is I have this external Blu-ray burner. I stockpile these things. I have like 6 of them now, mostly for the enclosure, which has every I/O port on it that you can imagine. And here's the shocker. It's OWC branded. Before I continue, let's figure out why the hell this camera always refuses to autofocus. What is up with that? So it obviously can adjust focus. It just refuses to do it when I do this. Yep, not doing it. Well, just for there you go. OWC. And this is the only product I will ever use and or recommend from OWC. Because nothing about this except the sticker on the back, and now I'm out of focus permanently, it appears. There we go. No, autofocus is on. It's weird. The only thing OWC on this is the sticker. The board in here, the controllers, the firmware, none of it is OWC. And when a drive fails, you just take it out and slap another one in there. And I can use this on my G3, my Mac Pro, the latest and greatest, or the oldest I got. So these things are fantastic. And whenever I find one for a good price, I scoop it right up. I probably have enough at this point, but you never know. So what happened is this was on a shelf over there. The tray was open, and I sneezed. When I sneeze, I fucking spaz out. Okay, you don't even want to see it. So I knocked something over on the shelf above it. When I raised my hand to try and catch whatever was falling over, I knocked the crap out of the tray. It flexed really bad. No crunching noises or anything, but it is in there a little crooked now. But the mechanism still worked. Eject, it all worked. Put a Blu-ray in, load up 50 gigs of data, burn failed, disk ruined. And I was like, yeah, that never happens. Put another disk in, same thing, disk ruined. And I think I put a screenshot of that in my thumbnail. Let me load that up. That was Toast telling me I just wasted 100 gigabytes of optical media. So we're going to take this apart, see what's up. That's the whole plan here. Recap it. It probably needs it at some point. So let's switch views here. I got a full spindle of CDs because I'm not wasting any more Blu-rays on that. Got that. Let's Did that do anything? Wait, I'm on the wrong camera. Hold on. Nope. There we go. There-ish. Nope, wrong way. There. All right, I can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, I picked one up, one of these. I think it was less than $5. I think it was $3 plus shipping. And when it got here last week, I opened it up. It had never been used before. Everything sealed, never been used before. All the cables included, a few blank DVDs or maybe even Blu-rays. I didn't really check. So that one's in the basement now. And if this one turns out to be busted, I will be grabbing that tomorrow. I did punch it, Grudy. And if you were here on time, you would have heard the whole story. Now you're just going to have to rewind. Let's see. I always forget how to take these apart. There's a latch. 3 latches on each side. And I have to slide it one way or another. And I always have a hard time figuring out which way it slides. There we go. All right, still clean-ish. I can actually see the dust on camera. So as I'm taking it apart, I'm going to fix that right away with a nifty little vacuum cleaner I got. So let me mute for a second and clean this up. There we go. The camera showing things that I cannot see with the naked eye. That's just discoloration. All right, so here it is. This is all there is to it. And none of this is OWC's work. That's why it still works today. Well, kind of works, because in this particular case, I punched it. Hold on. I just cleaned this entire office. I'm still in the process of organizing, but I cleaned everything because after I worked on my wife's iMac, there was an inch of dust on everything. And I couldn't even come into this office without sneezing my ass off. So now, even though it's annoying to have to mute the camera all the time, I will try to use that little vacuum as often as I can instead of compressed air. That blows the dust everywhere. Bought a couple of these types of enclosures before. Used them on DVD. Yeah, they're great. Especially for backups and software and stuff. I can hook this up to a G4 and just put a disk in there, 50 gigabytes or 25 gigabytes, whatever the disk may be, worth of software, and just transfer it all over. All right, so we have another OWC sticker. Doesn't mean a thing. This is an LG burner, not OWC, and again, no OWC firmware on this either. So the last time I opened up an optical drive was about never. So let's see how far we get. Nah, worth it. Well, I'm glad you liked it, Sam. it was not as amusing to me after I found out I broke my burner. But in the moment, it was pretty funny. Once I do that, I sneeze, I spaz out, and I always imagine what it must look like if someone else was watching me. So we got 4 screws in the bottom, and that's it. So maybe the front cover has to come off first. There's a little latch there. Yeah, the plastic I think has to come off. Hopefully I don't break that even more. And that might not come off until I take this little faceplate of the tray off. So I guess we're going all the way. Come on. I think my paper clip is long enough. Ah, there we go. All right, so I believe this has clips on the bottom. Or the top. Or the side? I don't know. Oh, it kind of just slides off. There we go. Okay, so now that that's off, that does not sound healthy, but hopefully it's not as bad as it sounds. Let's see. Now we're going to try to get this front cover off. There it goes. One side. Two side. Center. All right. And now, will this come off? Yeah. Okay. All right. That's great. Of course, I don't have access to anything I need access to because it's on the other side. So does this just lift out? Looks like it does. Uh-oh. Something just fell down inside. Misaligned gears and the eject mechanism. Well, it sounds like a gear just fell out. So we'll see. And I'm only being this brave with it because I have plenty of others to replace it if I mess this up. Nah. All right. That's out. What fell? Oh, okay. There's a little thingy in there. That's what I was hearing. Nothing catastrophic yet. All right. There is a ton of dust in here. Dust and cat hair, which you can't really see. It's down by the edge there at the bottom. So it could definitely use a good cleaning. Let's see, how does this work with the paper clip? Crap, where does the paper clip go? I'm missing something. Let's see, this sits on the front. Then, oh, down here. This is the eject mechanism. That's what the paper clip would be pushing on. All right, so there's a lot of dust around these axles as well. That's what the laser slides over. So I'm going to clean that all up a little. And then I'm going to clean the lasers with some alcohol and basically see if there's anything misaligned. I mean, this tray is pretty damn loose. On this side it's not. On this side it is. Doesn't really matter because all it has to do is position the disc over this, and this will then pick it up and spin it. So I don't think that the tray being loose is anything we need to worry about, because that's getting the job done. So how does this flex? How does this come up? So there's a little auger looking thing there that moves the laser back and forth, but I'm not sure how this whole mechanism comes up to lift the disc. Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe. 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 Did you get it yet? Did you get it? Did you get it? It's amazing. All right. There is a mechanism here, but I'm not sure how to activate it. Looks like it locks in. Okay. This has to slide. So this bar has to slide that way, and that pushes this mechanism up. The problem is this won't slide unless the tray is in. So now, yeah, there we go. But you can't really see. Now the mechanism is loose, but it's not really lifting up all that far. It's not leveling out. So yeah, this is unable, and I'll try to get this in frame. This is unable to come all the way up, pick up the disc, and probably do its job properly. So now I have to figure out why, how, and what the hell I'm going to do about it. Hey, Apples Anonymous, how you doing? First, let me grab some tweezers. Get some of this crud out. Actually, plenty of hair and stuff in here, but not too much around the laser that I can tell. Take a look under the microscope. Now, I'm not exactly sure what broke this thing, because I did two things. I left the part out. I opened it so I could vacuum some dust off the tray itself while it was ejected. And then, after that, I punched it. So, did vacuuming this push some dust around in there? I don't know. Could be. I think a punch would have more of an impact, but you never know. All right, got some of the dust bunnies out. There's a few hairs. By the way, if you ever need to get some dust bunnies and stuff out, just put a piece of tape around your finger so that you can quickly get rid of it. All right. It probably is cheaper to buy another. Unfortunately, this specific model of burner, which is the WH14NS40, I'll try to get that in frame. I've bought a few since, and they all suck. They fail burns, they rattle, make really weird noises, or completely crap out within just a few months. And I found that if I buy them off of eBay or somewhere else, used, and they are manufactured before 2013, not a problem. So, for example, this is a 2012. If I wouldn't have punched it, this probably would have years of life left in it. Before those incidents, it worked. I use this not daily, but several times a week. I have another model, exactly the same, also 2012, built into the Mac Pro, which is what I had to use today to do those burns. Also, never an issue. So, I'm curious what we're going to see if we take a peek at the laser through the microscope. So, let's see where we are. You could use some cleaning. Let me try and focus it for you guys. It's not the cleanest piece of glass I've ever seen, but would that be enough to cause a hardware error in toast? I don't know. That's as sharp as I'm going to get it for you. Hey, Thomas Armstrong, how you doing? Catch up on the chat here. Wait, I forgot what I said. BH. I wonder what's the difference between the BH16 and the WH16. I've never even bothered looking for a BH. So we got some dust on the glass there, and some little, what are those, balls? Nah, they're too well spaced out to be random, so I'm not going to poke at that. That is glued down, so that's not going anywhere. Give me a second, I'll refocus in a moment. Those axles are not too dirty. I mean, I might put some lube on there, but all right. So let me quickly get some of the hairs out of here. What is that? A white hair. Must be the previous owner. That looks like an eyelash. Whatever it is, it's greasy. Yeah, it could be an eyelash. And it's just random stuff. I doubt that's going to do anything to mess us up. It's probably been there for years already. So I'm not going to fuss about that too much. All right, let's bring the laser back and clean those real quick. Now, I'm not going to use Q-tips on this because Q-tips leave fibers and stuff. I'm going to be using a foam pad. My God, that's huge. And hopefully that will get the job done. So first with some alcohol, and then I'm gonna go over it with a dry one. Q-tips also damage the coating on that lens. Well, Bruce, how do you know? That is not cleaning up nearly as nicely as I hoped it would. What the hell? Huh. Yeah, it does look worse. I can't really put any pressure on this. I'm just gliding the Q-tip over it, and this whole mechanism is moving. Let me try another foamy. And this is 99% alcohol, so it should just evaporate right off, which is not. Not really. It's getting better. So either I'm just removing that coating Bruce was talking about, or it's actually starting to work. Now, not being up to speed on how these things work, this has two lenses. This one is clear, and the other one is purple, or one might say blue. So I'm guessing this one is for Blu-ray, and the other one is for everything else. Would that be a correct assumption? All right, well, that one did clean up pretty nicely. No, it didn't. You can't see it, but smudging the crap out of it. Harder than it looks, as it turns out. Come on. Oh, that's bad. That's horrible. One is UV laser, one is visible light. One is DVD, the other is Blu-ray. All right, cool. So for some reason, I'm staining the glass or plastic, whatever the hell is on these things. These are brand new out of the package foam tips, so they're not dirty. And of course, it's alcohol from a clean dispenser. So, what the hell's going on? I really don't want to sit here for 2 hours polishing the same piece of glass over and over and over. Alright, that one dried up pretty nicely, so I'm going to leave it at that. And now this one is all messed up. Oh god, that's worse. Getting better. And worse again. This might take a while. I hope you all brought snacks. Ooh, if that just dried up, it's looking pretty good. Hold on. Yeah, I think that dried up. Well, that's as good as I'm going to get it. Quit while you're ahead or you'll destroy them. But they're already broken. All right, so that's it for the microscope part. Back to the overhead, which I think is this one. Yeah, it is. I have my Blu-ray I can post to you. No, I appreciate it, Apples, but I have plenty of backups. I have backups for my backups. But in this wasteful time we live, I want to try and fix this as best as I can. So, can I move the laser around? Or am I gonna mess this up big time? Because maybe the laser isn't parking where it needs to park, or... I saw that, Apples. I think Bruce showed it to me, if that was the same one. $170 for a mouse. I wouldn't even pay that for a puck. Not even a prototype puck with 5 buttons or whatever. All right. I'm just going to try to move it. It is moving, but it's not happy about it. Not happy about it at all. Yeah, I'm gonna clean that. What do you call that? A little auger, spinny looking thing. Bruce, you got these in your floppy drives all over the place. Warm gear. That's the one. Which is actually remarkably clean. Nothing coming out. So I'm gonna apply some lube to both that and these. Man, words are hard today. These rods that it slides past or over or through, whatever you want to call it. Does that have anything to do with my issue today? Absolutely not. I can guarantee that. But it helps. Lube is good. All right. There's a black one and a gray one. Gray one? Never seen a gray apple mouse. What product did that come with? All right, now because we're dealing with very fragile things, I'm going to put the lube on another foam pad and use that instead of trying to put a well-placed drop on here. There and there. And on the gear, of course, a healthy amount of lube. I was feeling better already. All right, so that's pretty smooth. A few hairs in there. No loose cables up here. A few pubes in there. All right. As far as potentially meaningful things, I've done what I can. All I can do now is just stare at it and wonder, what does this part do? I might put some lube in these gears. Yeah, I will. All right, and put a little bit of lube down there. And a little bit down here. All right, so I'm thinking that the mechanism that is supposed to take the laser and lift it up, got knocked around because it is no longer lifting up. Where actually this this thing here should be sliding, and it's not sliding all the way. So probably when I hit the tray, I did something to mess with that. Can I verify that by taking the tray out? No. Oh wait, I think. Oh, that bar connects to the thing you use with the paper clip. I can't speak today. I'm sorry. So this goes in. Yeah, this should be. There you go. This should be sliding a lot further than it actually is. All right, let's take a look. Unless there's a motor on this, which no, there's not. All right. Okay, I'm starting to understand a little bit about how this thing works. Maybe there's teeth all along here and a gear that pulls it in. Maybe that ratio shifted when I punched the tray. Or maybe I'm just overthinking it, and the little engine that drives this, once it's closed, will just keep spinning until it latches. That is a possibility. I have no idea what I'm doing. That's why I've decided to stop looking at this and pretending I know what the hell I'm talking about. So everything that needs lubed is lubed, although I'm secretly going to add a little tiny dab right there, just to make sure it lasts. All right. So, no dust on the tray because I cleaned that this afternoon. I think I'm going to put it back together and see if it works. That's really all I can do at this point. Let me catch up on the chat. One gear was advanced a little bit too far, so the tray wasn't closing all the way. Yeah, it's possible. Now, if it needs that level of disassembly, I will be putting this in the basement. And work on it another time. But how can I best put this in frame? I think like that. So keep your eye on the mechanism there. I push this in, it latches, and I'm not going fast enough. And it lifts it up, but not far enough, because then I can't show you at this angle. There, that's how it should be. And unless it does this last piece by itself, it's never going to be positioned in the right place. But like I said, what the hell do I know? So we are going to, how do we do this? I think this came first. And shit, what's the front, what's the back? I think this might be the back. Like that. Oh, I think there's a magnet in there. Kind of sucks it up. All right. That looks acceptable. A few more dust bunnies here. Ooh, a lot of dust bunnies. Holy shit. How did I miss that? All right. Let's see. Then the front cover. I should have paid attention when I took this apart. That sits in there. That sits in there. And the front plate goes on. I think this goes first now. Oh, cool. This acts as a little heatsink for these chips here. Like so. Is that about right? Looks about right. Of course, another problem I now have is once I put this back together, crap, which screws goes where? I got 4 here. These are for the enclosure. I'm forgetting something. Hold on. Screws in there? No, I don't think I took any screws out of there. Oh, no. I got it. If I put this back together and it works, will I trust it going forward? That's not the right screw for that. No way. Are these the... Or are those the... As you can tell, I'm very well prepared for this stream. So I put it all back together. It works. Hooray. I burn a disc or two. That all works. Fantastic. Will I trust this thing going forward? I don't know. Hey, GT. Because nothing bums me out more than ruining a 50 gig Blu-ray disc. All right. Now this goes here, I believe. That sounded like the kind of clicks we should be getting. Now I have to take the tray back out. And I believe this slid down or up. So yeah, looks about right. Then that goes in here. That's where these screws come in. Now, I'll be surprised if this works, because as you saw, I didn't really do anything. If it was the laser, it probably would have resulted in a verification error after it's done burning. Yeah, it's not going to throw a hardware error. Then again, what do I know? All right, so we got power. We got data. And we are not going to put it all back together to test it. We're just going to test it as is. So, power. Data. Turn the power strip on. And turn this on. All right. So what I'll do now is share my screen. Window toasts. There we go. I have prepared, yes it is, Mike, a little 200 megabyte blank disk image in disk utility, because I don't just want to write 2 megabytes and say, oh, it works. I want to have a little bit of a session going. So 700 megabyte disk. It is recognizing the burner. See what happens. Wow, that's big. You're not getting the enclosure. That's the whole value of this thing. The burner is useless. Yeah, Ron. Yeah. If you want to sit here and wait 25 minutes to burn a disk, new. All right, it's already gotten further than it did before, where it would throw the hardware error pretty much instantly. So you might actually be onto something here, Ron. I might have to try a Blu-ray, because it's now using a different laser than the one I was using this afternoon. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Ron. That means that you'll be streaming after I'm done. All right, I'm going to roll my chair over to the other desk and transfer 20 gigs of data to this computer. Because if I'm going to be burning a Blu-ray disc, I might as well try to put some data on there. Damn it. All right, so I can burn a CD. That probably means I can burn a DVD as well. Wow, what is that? There's a big scratch on this disc, which you can't really see. Let me make sure no more scratches appear. Not stepping on anyone's toes, Ron. Steve was supposed to be streaming right now. He messaged me and said, I suddenly got shy. I don't want to do it. You do it. So here I am. But when I'm done, we need someone else to pick up the slack. Man, that thing is loud. All right, disc is mounting. Let's see if there's another scratch on there. No other scratches. So, was that scratch already there? Was it some lube in the wrong place? No, it's an actual scratch. Weird. Weird. All right. Right. Indeed. Bruce is telling the actual story. All right, give me 1 second. Let me grab some data. Ooh. All right. 12 gigabytes is all I can gather at the moment, which should be enough. So that needs a few minutes to transfer over. All right, we can get rid of that. Actually, we can get rid of toast for now. And we'll put this back together. How does it work again? There we go. All right. And the screws in the back will hold it all in place for us. Wow. Hopefully. All right, copy is done. So we got some stuff to burn. And what I am about to burn, I blame entirely on Steve, because he got me thinking about whatever I'm about to show you. So we're gonna share toast again. Share screen, window, toast, share. All right, so we're gonna be moving this to Blu-ray. And then we're going to take this data, put it on there, and there we go. All the beta versions of macOS 10 Server 10.0 through 10.4. Now, I don't care about PC, so we're doing a Mac only burn. It is a waste because it's only half a disk, but then again, gotta test it. So, grab a disk. By the way, I'm connected with the same FireWire cable on the same port in the back. Just to make sure I'm doing everything I was doing this afternoon, except punching it. Come on. All right, ignore. Burn. You have not named your disk yet. I know. Burn it anyway. Now, this is pretty much where I threw the hardware error this afternoon, right off the bat. It's not sounding too happy, but it's working. It would have failed already. Man, I am a genius. I fixed it. Don't ask me what I did, though. I have no clue. Could it be as simple as me, when I punched it, knocking some dust loose that ended on the lens? I don't know. It didn't look that dirty, but I don't know. All I know is that I am brilliant. I'm a damn genius, and I know how to fix Blu-ray burners now. Yeah, I have no idea what I did, Apples. I cleaned out the dust. I checked the mechanism. Couldn't find anything wrong with that. I lubed up the rails that the laser slides over, and the worm gear that moves it all. That were not dirty to begin with, and I moved a Q-tip over the laser. That's it. And now you're stuck here, waiting for 10 minutes. All this burn finishes. You can fix this beige analog board for me now. New. I made a vow that nothing else beige will enter this office. Nothing. Which reminds me, I really need to order the capacitors to get these, what are they? 2 X's out of here. So I want my office back. These things are huge. I will be selling them all, Apples, once I finally fix them. Well, the thing is, they all had some trace rot, leaking capacitors, and all that stuff. So I took all the old caps off, I did like 10 streams on it, rebuilt all the traces, solder masked it all up, ultrasonic, yada yada, and now the repair part is done. All I gotta do is slap a few new caps on it and do the final testing, which is unfortunately very boring. I love watching other people do it. I just don't like doing it myself because it's boring. You're just doing the same thing over and over to 7 different machines. So that's what I'm struggling with at the moment. As soon as I'm bored with something, I absolutely do not want to do it anymore. But I do have to get these machines out of my house. So I'm going to force myself to order the caps tomorrow and finish it all up. All the SCSI 2 SDs are ready. Bruce was kind enough to make the images for it, so all I have to do is load it on the SD, slap it all together, polish it, sell it. I need your deadest Mac too. That's a problem. I'm fixing all of them. Actually, the one that I think I put pictures on Tinker Different. Let me look that up since we have 7 minutes to kill. The 2FX was in really bad shape. What is this Tinker Different you speak of? Well, Tinker Different is the new place to be. I know that you all know what it is, but in case someone is watching this after the fact. Let's see, where did I put that? Macintosh 2? No. Crap. Vintage Apple forums. Daner,
Hi.
how you doing?
I'm good.
Bear with me. I'm just trying to find my post on Tinker Different. It's not under IBM. It's not under Atari. It's not under Commodore. It's not under Acorn or Sinclair or MSX.
You could just search all your posts. Like go to your account or whatever, and it should say show all my posts.
I could. And it's not here either. Okay, search. Let's hope the search is better than Macintosh Garden.
Yeah. What?
All right. And
I
that
have
actually
not-
worked.
I haven't actually been to Tinker Different in like a month.
Bruce is here, so be careful. He will scold you.
Bruce will use his executive powers.
All right. I put a link in the chat, but I will also pull it up here.
It's not there, me.
Window.
Here's a mess.
This was super interesting to work on. It was a 2FX that went nuclear. This is one of the RAM slots. And after we did some digging, I was on a call with Bruce and Steve at the time, I believe. Started poking at it, and it all just crumbled away. It was ash. And after I cut away the slot, this was under it.
That's about where I joined the call.
Oh, you were there too? All right.
Yeah.
So two pads completely gone. This is my desk, by the way. You can see straight through it.
Yep.
So
I saw it after you reconnected the traces and then like filled it with some clear stuff.
Yeah.
I saw that.
I knew that was Mike before he even showed. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Jay. Nice picture.
So, now, this was a problem because as soon as I see something like this, I am super interested. I will work day and night to fix this up. The problem is, how do you get out of here? It's cool. Figure out where the traces go. Bruce helped me out trying to read the schematic and stuff. Started filling the hole with solder mask. Kai being jokes there. Putting the new traces in. Like that was soldering at its tiniest. That was fun. And then covering it all up, drilling the holes, and making it look like it never happened. As soon as I got to this point and took this photo, I was bored with it, and I put it aside. The challenge is gone. But I still have to recap the damn thing and put it all together and then put it on eBay or Tinker Different or wherever the hell I'm going to put it. And that's the part I don't want to do. So, anyway, that's my story. And I managed to shave 5 minutes off the burn.
You can just give it to me if you don't know what to do with it.
I ain't giving shit. I just don't trust eBay.
He's not giving anything away.
So many horror stories over the years.
All the
eBay.
money I've spent with Jay, and he wouldn't even give me a free blowjob.
Well, it depends on which part of town you go to, but yeah. That's right, Bruce. When I was working on that RAM slot, it still had all the original caps on it. So like, should we see if it catches on fire? And of course, Bruce and Steve and Dana are not the voices of reason that would say, no, don't risk it. Recap it first. No, they were like, yeah, plug it in. And it worked. It fired right up. It was beautiful.
Yeah, they proved to be right, didn't they?
Yeah, for a change.
Booted right up too, didn't it? The power of the Macintosh 2.
And in fact, I think it booted off the hard drive that was in there, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Or I think it tried, and then the hard drive might have died. I can't remember.
Yeah,
But either way, it still booted up.
Yeah, it was cool.
Pretty impressive.
So, well, I'm going to remove the screen share here because obviously it's burning, it's working. I will verify the disk after it burns just to make sure, but I think it's fixed.
So you have to forgive me for being an ignorant loser. What exactly did you do to it? Because I missed the first 40 minutes.
These PC people, man. These PC people.
I missed it too.
Fuck you.
They're all the same, aren't they? They're all the same. When the tray was ejected, I sneezed, spazzed out, punched it, and then
I
it
know
stopped
that, but what did you do to fix it?
I did a bunch of. I did about 55 minutes of very complex micro soldering and
bullshit.
You didn't do anything, did you?
I wiped the Q-tip on the laser and acted like I knew what I was talking about. Put it back together, and it worked.
Okay, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and it took me an hour
Now
to do
that story, I believe. I believe that story wholeheartedly.
Yeah, like Bruce said, he didn't do anything.
Bruce is a rat. Actually, why isn't Bruce in here? Y'all are in here. Might as well make it a party. Everybody, get on
Bruce
in.
is probably working.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Big
Mike's
air
here.
quotes.
Mike's horny cat is here.
No, that's just Booch. She wants attention.
Sounds a lot like the one that says, "I need a boyfriend."
Well, that too, but now she's just screaming. Right now, she's just screaming because she wants me to go in the kitchen and pick her up. And if I walk close enough to the microwave, she'll jump on me. And when she jumps on me, she uses all of the claws.
Mm.
Every last one.
Mine cannot get on any of the counters in the kitchen, so
Mike, did you see the message from Apple's Anonymous?
Did I see the message from us? Did you? Message where?
In your email. Try the live chat.
No, I see the message in the live chat, but he's saying, did you see my message regarding the AST ISP new bus card? Good for anything.
Hold on. I saw it earlier.
Not sure where he put the message at.
Here, I'll put it on screen.
Oh,
AST ICP new bus card.
yeah. I'm
No
not
idea
sure what that
is.
I don't know what that one is either. If he has some pictures or something he can post up somewhere, I'll take a look at it. AST made quite a few new bus cards for the Macs.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
If it has like a part number or something like that, he could Google it and see if there's anything on it.
Well, I do have a crappy PC in front of me. I guess I could look.
Dana, are you sending it?
What? Oh. No, I don't know how to
Yeah.
contact him.
Problem is, Ron, I don't know how to contact you from this computer.
Let's see. Did we have a?
Actually, he's on Discord. Shoot him a link on Discord.
All right, I can do
Yeah.
that. You keep fixing Blu-rays. I'll do that.
All right, sound good. If you want to leave now, because once he's here, You're not leaving for the next 4 hours. Just fair warning.
Where do I get the link at? I can't remember. I can't.
Oh, come on, man.
Nope, I'm not changing the broadcast.
I'll put that in the chat here.
Oh, how did you get that? Copy link. Open
Kittens
Discord.
running around my room. Hey, Starbucks Tech.
I'm sure Discord's going to have like 6 updates.
Well, maybe you should leave it on and just chat with your.
Have you
your
seen
people
how
once in
many
a while.
resources Discord uses?
You got a freaking 12-core Mac Pro. Stop whining.
I know, but Discord is pit.
Discord is the most
All right, I'll keep you all posted on the verification of this disc.
Let's see.
So, Mike, you did a thing today. Tell us all about it.
I fixed an Android TV box.
Not what I'm talking about.
I died a few times.
Steve just
Hey,
wants
Steve.
torture.
There's a Steve, a wild Steve appears. Hey,
Steve is going to have the hardest time leaving once he's in.
what
I
is-
do?
What's Ron's name on Discord?
I'm going to guess it's Ron.
Well, I'm looking and I don't see one.
Ron the Fabulous. Ron the Amazing.
Steve, you probably have channels of communication with Ron that we don't have. Would you mind sending him the link?
I have his Twitters.
Oh,
I'll
whatever gets the link to him.
I'll twat at him.
I asked him for his phone number. He's like, "You're not famous enough for that, little boy."
I'll send it.
Oh, no, there it is. Ron's computer videos, but he's not on.
I'll send it to him on the thing. There. It hath been sent.
There you go.
All right, since Mike won't tell, thank you, Bruce.
What? When am I supposed to tell?
You have a new channel, you dingus.
Yeah, nobody came and
Yes.
watched it, so why bother?
Oh, I wasn't there. You asked.
You had like
Nobody's
5
gonna come
people, and
watch
it's a
it if we
brand new
don't-
channel.
We don't even know about it. We're not going to come watch it.
So yes, I started up a new channel called Mike's Ancient Arcade, where I'm going to once a week stream old games.
Otherwise known as Ma.
Man.
So, anybody who wants to donate a few dollars to me, that's fine. I could use it because I really desperately need to pay somebody for some channel art, and she keeps getting more and more expensive every time I ask.
I'm sorry.
The last time it cost me a damn iPad.
Hey, you're sending an iPad that way, so that's just it's squaresies now.
Ooh.
Actually, he won that fair and square.
Nah, rigged.
Okay, so Dana,
What?
from what I understand, I think the card that he's referring to is the Mac 286 card.
No, I think he said it was a Nubus card, a
Mac
network
286
card.
card isn't new bus card, you freaking idiot.
No, the one Apple's Anonymous was mentioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it's AST ICP. Oh,
ICP.
I read it as
Ron
as
wasn't even
TCP.
here.
Never mind.
It's an insane clown posse card.
We've been trying to contact Ron for the last 10 minutes. He wasn't even here. you believe
All right, I contacted Ron.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't work that way. That'll work.
Yep, that'll get the job done.
Loud and clear.
Mm-mm.
Look what I got in the mail today.
A letter? You had that.
No, this is another one.
Oh jeez.
I love it so much, I picked up another one.
God.
And I thought I had problems.
Because the first one I got is now mounted under the shelf there. That's what's running the Blu-ray burner. And this one is going by the Mac Pro. These things are so pretty.
The AST ICP is an intelligent communications processor. Provides 4 additional synchronous serial ports.
Oh,
In addition, it has an 8 megahertz 68,000 processor and 512K of RAM.
that's an awful lot of
So
process
it's
power.
meant for AUX stuff.
Oh.
It supports
Hey, I know somebody who
WAN
I know
stuff.
somebody who messes with AUX.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Ron, you look so different.
I know. What did I do wrong?
Different hair.
What did I do wrong? It's OBS. All it takes is a
I know.
sneeze.
What do I have to press? Do I press start
Go
streaming?
down to the bottom where it says cam/mic and choose
Uh-huh.
it. Choose your webcam, not the OBS virtual camera.
But I want to have the OBS virtual
Well,
camera.
then you have to launch OBS and turn virtual camera on, dummy.
I do, but
Did you
how do
turn
I-
virtual camera on inside OBS?
maybe not.
Probably not. If you did, we would see something.
Jay, did your burn just complete successfully? Whoop-de
There you go.
frickin' do.
Oh, Steve, guess what he did to fix it?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
I saw that part.
That's not the story I'm going to go with.
Hey, Jay.
Mike has his scaler.
Ooh.
Yeah, I tried it. Works great.
Yay.
But
But
I
it
feel
does not-
conned.
I can tell you right now, it does not like, or no, it's not the scaler. So the video capture device does not like when you change resolutions.
Oh, of course not. Why
it
should it?
likes, what I found at least, it doesn't mind the resolution changes, but it does not like anything but 60 hertz input. If it's 75 or 59.8,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it goes.
Yeah, a lot of
exactly
the
like that.
downloads
Yeah.
are like that, honestly. So
Burning CDs is not a thing. Burning Blu-rays, however, is a thing.
who the hell
Um,
burns CDs?
Well, to be fair, I burned one 20 minutes ago, but that doesn't count.
I burned CDs.
I burn music CDs for the car.
All my backups go on Blu-ray. All right, so mission accomplished. There we go.
Chonky case.
Chonk,
Oh, yeah.
chonk. Chonk and a
Fatty.
chonk, chonk. Don't worry, Apple's Anonymous. We'll take that card off your hands for you.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Okay,
if you don't
well.
trust me, we'll find a use for it. One of us will.
Sean
That
will do
was
something
the-
with it.
That was the whole reason we're here. So now
And
what are we
Dana-
gonna do?
Dana decided to go away.
No,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Ew, you have Jay's logo. Ew.
And there went Ron. Ron, nice of you to join us. It was a
Ron's like,
blast.
screw this.
I've never had that much fun in my life. That was amazing.
I like your name, Mike.
Well, I am on a PC right now.
Still.
My brother buys DVDs and then rips them onto Plex server. Buys DVDs? What is this? 1998?
So I just
got this
I
DVD
just
drive.
want to share something with everybody. So Microsoft is just as bad as fucking Apple.
What do they do now?
So
About. Ah!
Ugh.
Earthquake.
I don't know why
What-
I'm freaking.
What were you showing?
Hang on, I'll show you.
Oh, you're gonna share a screen.
I'm just going to share the screen. It's a lot easier than looking at the damn. Oops, wrong screen. A lot better than just looking at the damn.
It's
All right, Joe, spill the beans. What are you up to now?
called Joe's Fantabulous Podcast Emporium. Right?
Oops.
Why is it so small?
I don't know what's going on. Oh,
There we go.
There we go.
Still can't
So-
really see anything though.
Oh, it's
I
Skype.
can see it fine.
Go away, Skype. Is this
So
Skype?
just to show that everybody said that Microsoft is full of shit because
No, it's
they're full of more shit than Apple is. Right there, I'm running Windows 11 Pro on a computer with an unsupported processor and an unsupported TPM. There you go.
Lovely.
Fuck you, Microsoft.
I'm sure they're listening,
Yeah.
Yes.
especially on Jay's stream.
Oh, and I figured out how to get the crap bar that was in the middle to make it look like a Mac over where it fucking belongs.
Such language.
'Cause I
Sounds
don't
like
want
you're having fun.
I don't want it to look like a goddamn PC or a Mac.
Ron, he's
Ron
back.
here.
Oh God, not more Prince of Persia.
No, he actually finished that up in the record.
I know. I was
I think it took him
disappointed.
12 minutes to finish that up Now, I look at it this way. Either he creatively edited that, which I believe, because there's no way in hell he finished the last 3 levels in 12 minutes. I can guarantee he probably sped up certain parts of the gameplay. And
Oh, you gotta reinstall QuickTime, Ron. Come on.
You know it.
He actually did finish it.
Install Open Transport. Let's just see how this goes. Come on.
God.
Show Steve how it's done.
So, Joe,
Why is the virtual Mac on fire?
Is this a YouTube thing or an iTunes podcast thing or?
Someone's echoing. Echo!
Echo.
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 Jay always uses his speakers.
That's
Well,
because
I'm
Jay's fancy.
I'm on my PC, so I'm using my speakers, unfortunately. Because I'm too lazy to get off my fat ass and go get my headphones.
Ron, I can never complete that game when it was like one of those handheld dealies. I don't. It's witchcraft.
Yeah.
Ron refuses to talk to us. He can only communicate via black and white little pixels on the screen.
I'm trying to send you signals.
Help!
Morse code.
Bingo!
It's a YouTube thing to start, and we'll see how it goes.
That's
All
how
right.
MacJack started 160
What's,
episodes ago.
What time on Sunday? If it's before noon, then
No, I think it's 8 p.m.
okay.
Eastern.
Because who was it? Dan, Canadian Computer Collector. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna live stream on Saturday. And I'm like, cool. Yeah, 9 a.m. Like, fuck you. I'm not getting out of bed that early.
I watched his after stream and it was nice, but I was not awake.
I was there the next day, and it didn't even show up on his page.
That's because YouTube doesn't like you.
Is that an error message I see, Jay? Where?
That's behind Jay.
Oh,
It's
yes.
your overlay.
Yes.
Hmm.
That was part of my.
Ron, you could get a lower score. Come on, keep going.
I know. I'm going for it.
What is that game?
Mac Low, I believe.
It's brand new. It just came out.
Mac Low.
That was the toast error I was getting this afternoon after I punched it.
Yes.
Hardware error.
Oh, I forgot to do this for like an hour. Keep forgetting it's there.
What I missed?
Did you see it, Mike?
Mike didn't
Cat.
see it.
Mike,
Do it again.
Mike experienced it. He doesn't
Does
have to
anyone
watch it.
remember the backstory behind this and why this is in here?
Who is that? And why
That's
is he wearing a tie with the dog?
It's the actor that plays the rat in the Harry Potter movies,
Yeah.
which
I'm so
is
confused.
great because
He
The-
used to be
like-
really heavy.
yeah, the Marauders map. Like it was really cool that like Ron Weasley's older brothers like saw their like 10-year-old brother sleeping with a 40-year-old man for years and didn't say anything. They were like, you know what, you probably got this under control.
You blink if you need anything.
Right?
Ooh, now this is good.
Did that guy just die recently, or am I thinking of somebody else?
Joe, one question, and I'm pretty sure what the answer is going to be. Is the podcast going to be about Mac-related stuff or anything retro tech?
No, it's not just Mac stuff. That would be too simple. I get to figure out, because my SSL certificate expired on my website, how to unscrew it up.
Don't you use Let's Encrypt or what's it called?
No.
Well, there's your problem.
I know it's not that.
What's it called? Just SSL? Just
It was like, hey, your thing's expiring. This is your last email warning. And I'm like, yeah, I'll deal with that tomorrow. And now you go to Mac84.net. It's like, danger.
well, that's a problem,
Danger.
Joe. I'm sure Ron knows, but Ron is busy.
Ron is very busy.
Let's
Just
Encrypt
as you
is the one I was
CertBot.
talking about. I use Let's Encrypt on all my website. It just updates automatically, does everything for me.
Do you have to
Great.
pay for it?
No,
Ah, poo. I just paid $18 for 5 years of SSL certificates.
how's that working out?
Well, not very well.
Or do whatever Joe was suggesting.
CertBot. Do it for me. I don't. The buttons go. I was gonna con Bruce into helping me, but now he's too lazy to even show up here. So
Well, he is busy.
yeah, get out of the tub, Bruce. Come on, you're gonna prune up.
He's waiting for the wine man.
Just wipe.
The wine. Oh,
Just-
That was the best freaking stream ever. It's like a kid on Christmas. We could tell that we were not entertaining him at all. We were just the means to, pass
You're
time
back.
by before the wine man arrived. He was
It's
like, I'm out
different.
of here.
Those Australians, they get weird holidays. So it's
The
they got
wine man.
wine's
holiday.
miss.
Can't talk eating.
Yeah. Like that holiday every year where all the snakes like just don't bite you.
See, we reminded him he needs more wine. When the holiday that the snakes don't bite you.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
God.
where everything is slightly less deadly for like one day.
I have to say, anybody who missed Ron's stream of Prince of Persia, not the quick one, the 3-hour one, I was like crying laughing the first half hour because you're like, I've never played this before, it's fine. And then like you just keep dying, and Ron goes from like so calm to be like, shit,
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
That's what that game does to you.
absolutely, because it's so punishingly like. It would be different if you could save at any time where it's like, hey,
No.
I got to a safe place.
No,
I'm going to save here and then pick up. And no, the answer is
Nope,
no.
start at the level,
You start at the beginning of the level.
and you're gonna like it.
Yeah. So it's one of those things because it kind of it illustrates something about old games where it's not super long, so it has to be punishingly difficult.
Yes, you paid $60 for it. Let's give you your money's worth.
Like Nintendo hard.
Yeah, I had the demo of it, and I only ever got to the second level on the Macintosh by guessing once the letter that you were supposed to read in the manual, which we obviously did not have. And so after playing the first level over and over again, hey, I got the first level down and most of the second. But we never purchased the full version. However, it was ported to the Sega Genesis, and it was in a used video game store one day, and I remember picking it up from there. But it was rated MA13 on it, mature audience 13. And I remember my dad looking at the cover, being like, "What's this about?" And I'm like, "Dad, it's the same one we have on the computer." Oh, okay. Except we don't have the password for it, and it's only $10 or whatever it was. So we ended up buying that, and I still never progressed too far on it. So there you go. And the lesson is just never try.
Yes, that's right. The lesson, Bart, is never try.
I've never played the sequel though. I hear it's
The
it's
sequel
fun.
is really great, and it kind of brought graphical parity over to like the Windows platform. But I will tell you, like with the MT32, like the PC version has got some pretty good sound on part 2.
Now, I will say, when you were watching, first off, the best part of Ron's stream, well, one of the best parts, was watching him rip apart the 3D promotional reel for Prince of Persia 3D. I will tell you, the hype was real for that game. I bought a magazine which had a demo disc of that, and the disc was cracked. So we had to drive back to Barnes & Noble, and they had to go through like 5 magazines, and all the discs are freaking cracked. I got home only to discover it wouldn't play on our crummy 333 megahertz E-Machines PC with no real graphics card inside. So, but I think I dodged a bullet there, though.
Yeah, it was not great. I do remember, and the hype was real for that game because they were just like so excited about like, oh, we've made the bridge over to 3D.
Yeah,
and it's like
the game is completely different, but we made the bridge over there. It's
right. It's I think everybody saw Tomb Raider.
It's now a racing game.
That's right.
It's now a combat racing simulator.
Right. Yeah, Prince of Persia. It's an open world
Prince of Persia kart
MMO game.
Oh God, you're now manufacturing the dungeons.
Yeah.
It's-
Oh, actually,
Hey,
I looked at trying to use the level editor, and
I
it's
didn't
so
know there
funny.
was one.
Yeah, there's a level editor for Macintosh, but it only runs on a PC.
Wait, what?
It's like, yeah, the level editor for the Macintosh version of Prince of Persia is a PC program.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because you do all your dev over there.
That's kind of hilarious, to be honest.
Yeah. What you munching on, Jay? What's today's munch?
Oh, the last cookie in the jar.
Dane is going to get angry when he comes over.
Jar.
My, I was running a poll on my website, like what should my
Poll.
next live stream be?
Oh. The
So
Bondi?
Since I've ignored it twice now, I figured, let me go check. And they found a very creative way to tell me it's broken. ERROR.
Error.
That's good.
So that experiment failed.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch tiger by toe. Oh.
I forget which one I voted for. Probably doesn't matter though.
I voted for the iMac one because I wanted to see
We'll never know, will we?
Jay cry over the iMac.
Cheers.
I wanted to see Jay not connect the proper ground wires and watch sparks come out of the back.
Well, with that iMac, it was last used 15 some years ago.
I bet the battery's nice and toasty.
It was in a fire. We don't know if it was on or not during the fire when the sprinklers completely drowned it. So,
Oh, that's excellent.
no idea.
Well, it's had a few years to dry. Ron, are you okay? Do you need help? Signal us with your lights.
Yeah.
It's
It's not every day that a new Mac game comes out. And
Well,
so
they
you gotta,
don't all
you gotta,
have to be good
you gotta savor the frustration.
I don't understand the objective.
to make the
it's-
lights go away.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
let's,
lights out. So if you were you born in the 70s? Because I was born in the 70s.
Yes.
So we had what was it called? It was
Merlin?
Merlin. So we had
Oh,
Merlin.
I watched your videos.
Yeah.
And then 90s kids had lights out.
I still have a Merlin.
They're
Well, go
great.
get
and
it. Come on.
they still show up in a lot of sci-fi shows and stuff because it's kind of a controllery, phony.
It looks like a
sort
gigantic red cell phone. Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what y'all talking about.
Google that shit.
Google what?
Merlin.
Not the wizard.
I'll get
Don't
pictures of
just Google.
wizards. Oh, shit.
Merlin handheld game. Just look that up.
Merlin, not the wizard handheld game.
All right. Image. Oh, doesn't Bruce have one of
No,
those?
it's bringing them back.
See, it's like trying to stop out like ants or something. Like you think you got them all, and then they just keep coming.
Trying to wrangle Jello.
I'm pretty sure I saw Bruce hold up
You
one
made
of
a
those
face.
on one of his streams at some point.
Did he?
I think so.
Bruce, do you have
Bruce.
a Merlin?
He's eating. He can't be disturbed.
I don't
You can
care
type.
about eating.
He was typing earlier when he was eating.
Bruce, do you have one of these?
We're making so many
Yeah,
friends
he
today.
does.
Look, there's
Yeah.
one with a box.
Mhm.
Wow.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
so StreamYard updated dealies with the way screen sharings can be displayed. That's why we
In a
get.
good way or a bad way?
Well, I mean, you could like put things
Yes.
over people and stuff. Apparently,
What?
I have to read how to do it.
Bruce has a
Let me
Merlin.
try that.
I mean,
Share
just keep
screen.
dragging things around. You'll figure it out.
All right, I am sharing.
See, now it's on the right, and Ron's still on the left.
Well,
It's
it al-
overlapping.
It already did that, depending on which layout you choose.
Oh well, then never mind.
There we go.
So
I can
dragged myself
hear
here.
it in my head right now. Bloop.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
It had like several games built into it. I always played tic-tac-toe with it.
So, what is the purpose of this? And I have trouble calling it a game because it doesn't look like you're doing anything.
It is blasphemy.
Okay,
How dare you?
so the idea is that you're going to blank all these out. I'll start with a new game
All right.
because the first level is easier. So basically, the idea is I want to make all these squares. I want to turn the lights out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through. Whoops, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to make a pattern where I can get over to the corner here
Yeah.
and turn all the lights out.
Okay, so whatever you click, it'll change whatever.
Yeah,
you
it
want.
flips the switch the other
Okay.
direction.
But you don't know the outcome of this switch until you
You
click
ki-
it.
right. You kind of have a little bit of an idea, but
Did people pay money for this?
yeah, because it was the 90s and there was not much else going on. If you weren't into CNC Music Factory or something like that, you're kind of like a bored kid.
Is this or Shuffle
it's-
Puck Cafe?
Right. So here's the win. Bloop, bloop. So I turned all the lights out.
You have earned half a star.
Welcome to the next 48 levels of your life.
And
Right.
what year was this?
This is a new game.
This
Yeah.
is new.
The other thing came out like in the mid 90s, like the actual physical.
Yeah, I remember
version
seeing the
of this.
handheld.
You mean to tell me there's actually people that are still developing 68K Mac software?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm. This just came out the other day.
They have the patience of saints.
Because I think it's just written in MacThink or whatever. I mean, there's people
I
doing
would say this is-
HyperCard
this-
stuff.
This is a pretty simple game, so
Yeah. But this absolutely makes me think about the early days of Mac gaming. So, and honestly, it's you can beat every level using the strategy that I just used. It's like just work everything over to the corners. It's like cleaning out your office at work.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
I
like
don't
just
feel
work
like
everything
I've
into the
missed
corners.
anything. I think I would still prefer doing what I was doing at the time, which is hanging out with friends, building tree houses, doing whatever stupid shit I did at
Nah,
the time.
this
than
is more
doing
entertaining.
this.
No, this is better.
No, I agree.
You don't gotta move anything. You just gotta move your wrist
There was a lot of that going on too.
out of the
that-
gutter.
That came
Come
at a
on,
later
Rob.
age. Yeah, this would probably cause me to punch a Blu-ray burner.
You'd be like, we got to get on inventing these Blu-ray burners so I can punch one.
Oh, it looked like a Galaga ship there for a second.
I know. It's you're working on your pixel art.
I can only generate these cryptic things, and it's all
I know.
random.
Mike just
Give me
needs to
money.
be. He needs to be just getting some screenshots, man. Look at all the money you could be saving on your new pixel art for your channel.
Just you don't like it? I don't care. That's what it is. There it is.
Nah, you get what you get, and you don't pitch a fit.
But even more not fun.
I agree.
Now I think it was called Quinn. There was a Tetris clone for PowerPC Max. I think it actually made the jump to Intel as well. And it was like an unofficial Tetris clone, and it was obliterated off the face of the earth once legal got involved, I guess. But it had network capability, and I remember in the IRC days, I would lose horribly at it, but people would play Tetris versus each other. It was a lot of fun. And oh my god, Bruce is there.
My God.
Oh my god.
He looks very happy.
That calls for a celebration cat.
why do you keep displaying my poor cat?
It's
'Cause
hilarious.
It's funny as hell. That's why.
Poor Parada.
No, straight up. Up one. Up one. Up one. Up one. No. One. And then on the left.
Yay!
Bruce, thank you, Bruce.
I've been
Look at
watching
the
you
2
play.
stars.
You've been driving me bananas. Clicking the wrong button.
So that's how we get Bruce on, by doing things poorly.
Yeah. Actually, no, that won't work. Okay. Yeah, no, you got it. One down. One down. Okay, that. Shit. No.
Bruce is a witch. Witch! Witch!
This is just to prove that he wasn't doing anything important whatsoever.
I've just finished eating, so I did actually take a break from work to do that. So
Yeah.
I don't.
Now you're here
I
for the
don't-
next 2 hours.
Oh, let's hope not. Having said that, I am pretty pleased with what I have done today, but it's 20 to 4, so it's still within business hours, mind you. I got that iMac today. How cool was that?
That was pretty cool.
2015 iMac, 21.5 inch. Was it dual 3.1 gigahertz? No, quad 3.1 gigahertz i5. I mean, sweet.
And you're
Yeah,
giving
pretty
it
cool.
away for free
Wow,
to a
maybe.
woman that is not your wife. She
Knowing my mother, she will probably insist to pay for it. So
If anyone likes IMAX and wants extremely parts only 2013 iMac, that is essentially a paperweight.
Well, Bruce,
You know who to call.
Just look at it this way: when she breaks the iMac, at least you can fix that.
True.
You couldn't fix the oven.
I did fix the oven.
No, he did
Yeah.
fix the oven.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I must have missed that. I'm sorry.
You got another one.
Ron is just playing his game, so he doesn't have to converse in conversation.
No, I'll talk to you about anything. It's hard to talk and think at the same time, though.
Beans, lots of
that
beans.
was-
Who likes beans? Come on.
Yeah, established in the whatever the
See, he can't think.
what is it? The Wizard of Oz, where it's kind of like it's like, well, you talk, but you don't have a brain. It's like, yeah, lots of people are like that.
No, I thought that
Go,
was from. I thought that was from Episode 1 of Star Wars. When
Are you
Jar Jar,
brainless? Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks said, he
That's
said,
it.
"Are you intelligent?" And he said, "Well, I talk." And he said, "The ability to talk does not make you intelligent." And
The
Jar
ability
Jar
to
Binks
speak
pretty much
does not
proved
make
that
you
for the rest of
intelligent.
the series. So
Yes. What a lovely,
You're right.
lovely film.
yeah, what a piece of shit that was.
My wife avoided seeing that movie until like very, very recently, and we put it on, and I put one of those like the riff tracks type audio commentary with it, because that was the only way she was going to make it through it, and she was just laughing at the horrible CGI the entire time. So
Well, one of the things that I found so interesting about that film was it was considered at the time to be one of the largest special effects films. There were more effects shot, I think, in that than any other movie up until that
Yeah.
point. And so virtually every single scene had an effects shot. And you would think they would be thinking they would have had the Special Effects Academy Award nailed, and they didn't win it. They lost it to Matrix. So
well, I will never forget. A few years after the second episode came out, I was watching. My friend was over and we were bored, so I put in the second disc of the episode 1 DVD, which had all the bonus features on it. And there's a little documentary in there that's like the making of the film. So you think it would be, oh, neat, this is going to go behind the scenes of all this stuff. And it does that to a degree. But at the tail end of the DVD feature, it's George Lucas sitting in a theater watching a rough cut of the movie, and he's like, "Nah, I may have went too far with it. I don't think," like muttering to himself about how he's realizing that.
it's really hard to have like 4 different scenes that have different tonality to tie that all together. But no movies are ever completed; they're just abandoned.
And yeah, so that was a little bit eye opening there. It was pretty funny. And
It's like I can't believe it's like Ryan Johnson, like all the behind the scenes stuff for like the Star Wars movie that he did, where he is just like what have I done? Like I just derailed this whole thing, and they're gonna
there were no rails to be on. It was
they're gonna have Goofy come and kill my family, aren't they? The Disney people.
They got what they deserved with those prequels, because essentially what happened was when Lucas agreed to do it, they just said, "Okay, here's all the money you want. You have free reign." When in actual fact, they should have actually said, "Can we see a script, please?" And
when's the last time he directed a movie? Oh, and more American Graffiti?
Yeah. I mean, he was just. That he just should not have been given that level of freedom on it.
Yeah, the problem is, especially with his work, you have to have a different director, you have to have a different producer, you have to have people who are going to fight you on things, and you're going to make compromises, you're going to make a better product out of it.
Yeah,
you're not going to be like, well, you just go and do whatever you want, and then watch the DVD extras for the film, and you have all these producers say, well, I really wanted to do this, but George is George, and he said no, and they have this shit-eating grin on their face, like,
Well, which movie are you all talking about?
These
Star
are
Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
It's Barry Lyndon.
But they had. I saw one of the behind the scenes, and it's basically everywhere Lucas went were just people saying yes to him.
Yeah,
and just totally sucking up to him. And of course, the thing that people often forget is that when you look at the original Star Wars movies, episodes 4, 5, and 6, which we didn't used to call 4, 5, and 6 in the olden days, but
tell us how you really feel, Bruce.
He only wrote one of them. and it was the first one, Star Wars, and that was something he'd been working on for like virtually his lifetime. Empire Strikes Back was written by someone else. Return of the Jedi was written by someone else. And then all of a sudden, after this, however many years of not directing and writing, just suddenly comes back and says, hey, I'm going to do all of these prequels and they're going to be brilliant. It's like, awesome. Let's have a trade embargo. Kids love that.
Kids love politics in their side.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
I never really got into Star Trek.
That's nice.
Yeah, don't blame you.
That's good because it's Star Wars we're talking about.
No, Jade plays this cute game all the time where he pretends that he doesn't know what we're talking about, even though he has all of them on VHS and DVD and Blu-ray. Right. And he's watched them so many times he had to buy more discs. I will kiss
a beige Mac before I ever watch that trash.
You've done that before.
He's seen them all. He just doesn't like to admit it.
Right. Never.
Mike has grown an appendage on his shoulder. Oh God, it's moving.
It's
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Cool.
8,
Excellent.
9, 10.
1, 2, 3, I like to prove that I can count every now and again.
Steve,
A, B, 12.
Actually 5 years old.
Aw.
She is so little.
You tiny cat.
This is Lucy's sister, by the way.
Yeah.
So, Ron, are you gonna make that Mac crash, or what is it doing now? Because Jay's not doing anything anymore, so you might as well do something.
I gotta move stuff around.
I'm about to end the stream in a few minutes.
Wait, let me accidentally click the button. I'll do it for you.
Send Jay a super chat for kisses of beige Mac on stream. Well, I'm not monetized yet, so that's not gonna happen.
Ah, poo.
There's 5 of them behind you. Just go do it.
Do it anyway.
Nope.
Lick them.
Nope.
Lick them. Lick them. Lick them. Lick them. Lick them. Lick them.
Ow!
So what did you burn a disc of? What was it that you burned?
macOS.
Porn.
Oh, it was all the betas.
Betas.
Yeah,
for
macOS
server.
porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I was thinking of like a funny joke to say about that. I was like the disc was so beta it introduced his wife to her new husband.
See, when Ron can't think of jokes, I get sad. So I'm glad.
Yeah, now it's like an hour too late. So does it count?
Yes, it totally does.
There's never too late.
Nobody's gonna watch this far in, and if you did, leave a comment and prove us wrong.
Someone accidentally skipped to exactly that moment.
Go, what the hell's this guy telling me to do? I'm not gonna listen to him.
I don't blame him.
I had someone watch a video of mine, an old one, where it was like a how-to type thing, and they basically asked the question that I answered in the video. So it's so great that people watch things before they comment. Mm-hmm. No, they don't.
I just want to get my opinion out.
So is it? Can I just mention something really quickly? Is that okay with folks?
All right, guys.
No.
All right, guys. Has anyone here ever seen a movie called The Matrix?
Yes. There's a lot of tricks in it.
A couple times.
So, I'm not the first person to say this. I know this is something that I read the other day, but it's just such a phenomenal flaw in the plot.
Don't tell me.
So, for anyone, spoiler alert, for anyone who hasn't seen The Matrix, basically what happens is spoiler alert, we find out that humans have been existing in a thing called the Matrix, so that they are then plugged in and they are used as an energy source.
He warned you.
Mm-hmm. And then there was a big problem associated with the fact that sometimes these humans wake up, and because the Matrix that they created was people start to question whether it is reality and stuff like that. So anyhow, the whole thing is that these computers are using humans as batteries, right? They're using them to generate power.
Sure.
Why didn't they just use cows? Because then your Matrix would just have to be like a pasture with some grass.
I can answer this question.
They ate all the cows.
I can answer this question.
Cows are not intelligent enough.
Because it would be a
you
boring
need the
ass
human
movie.
brain to come up with new ideas.
Go,
to
Ron.
make
Just
better
interrupt.
machines.
Just go.
If you watch, there's some additional reading. If you watch the Animatrix,
oh, here we go.
which is kind of like it came out after the first movie, before the
it's all
second
cows.
movie, and no, it's the whole thing of it is they kind of show. It's called It's called like the Second Renaissance. It's like a two-parter kind of thing. You can watch it on YouTube. But what it does is it lays out kind of the beginning of what led up to the war between man and machine, and kind of like where they like, and then everything you kind of see like in the Matrix movies and all that type of stuff. But the whole idea was this, is that the Matrix, the original script and the original idea for this, and the Matrix is like a trans masterpiece. Throwing it out there right now because of just like the underlying kind of subtext of this entire movie. The whole thing of it is that the original idea was that people were going to replace the slaves of these computers and this artificial intelligence and like supercomputers and things like that, and basically wire everybody's brains into one big multi-core sort of processing unit that the computers could then use, pass off all of these jobs that they had been slaves to do since like their creation.
You're using too many words. I'm confused now.
Well, so the idea, okay, so using computer or people as
Basically,
computers.
they made a G5 cluster node out of people.
Right. But Daystar Digital gave up the plans and let everybody do it in this version. So, but that's the whole thing, is that people became computers and they used their brains for processing power. But when it went from script to actual screenplay, they thought that's going to be too high concept for audiences to get. So it needs to be something easy for them to kind of digest.
Fair enough.
So it's batteries. So it's
Okay.
like people, because we're gonna forget about thermodynamics and how you can never get more energy out of a system than you put in, and it'll be batteries.
Stop
because
those
if you
things
think
are-
about the electricity part of it too, is like if you just blacked out the sky to knock out the machines being able to use solar energy, you just build taller towers above the clouds. So I mean, they could obviously do that, because in the third movie, the ship goes up and they're like, oh, it's only a couple hundred feet up, and now it's like just daylight.
So
That
if
actually
you pee
prompts-
in the Matrix, does that make you a leaky battery?
It does.
So I have another question related to that. Seeing as you've got a lot of knowledge on this subject, Ron, I was wondering
I'm sorry.
if you could answer a Matrix question for me.
Maybe.
Why are the second and third movies so shit?
I think because it's for the same reason that the prequels were shit, because it's just like people were like, hey, this was like an amazing thing that made a ton of money and just took everybody by surprise, and
Let's milk that cow.
let's just
dry.
make a couple more. Let's make a couple more.
No, I
and
did.
we'll do it cheap. We'll film them back to back. We'll Back to the Future 2 and 3 it. And then we'll just release them like 6 months apart in theaters and just wrap this up.
Now
But you gotta consider, though, at the same time that they did all that, they had like that MMO, because Sony had that huge MMO, Matrix Online.
that was Sega's big announcement for E3, and everyone thought we were releasing another
It
freaking
was
console.
terrible.
Ta-da! Here's this garbage
Yeah.
game you didn't want.
But the whole thing of that MMO is that things that happened in the MMO were like, these are things that happen in our universe now, because one of the very last things that happened in that MMO is they killed off Morpheus. So that's why.
Spoiler alert.
Well, not really. I mean, it happened like 15 years ago. so that's why Lawrence Fishburne is not in this new movie, because the
That's
the
easy.
MMO stuff kept going, and it wrapped up after that third movie came out.
So does the movie
when they got rid
start
of
with like a Sega Dreamcast on a TV? Just like, oh, here's the thing. Yeah, there you go.
In
think-
case you
I'm
haven't
sorry,
seen the
an
trailer
Xbox.
yet, Bruce, this upcoming
Game
movie
Boy.
is the combined garbage of the two sequels.
it's a continuation of where it left, because if you look at how the world looked kind of in the first two movies, where everything's kind of got that like green filter on it and all that, or maybe green, but like the third movie ends with everything just kind of looks like, hey, it's very bright and very sunny and all that, because you don't have the influence, I guess, of like the bad programs or whatever. I guess that's why the new movie kind of has that different kind of color palette and all that.
Sounds like poo.
I remember watching the Animatrix stuff after I saw the first film, and I thought, okay, that's fine. And I remember seeing the second film in theaters, which left me no desire to see the third one. But having watched them just last year, all three of them, I didn't hate the last two as much. I wasn't like, there was no hype surrounding them. They're just like, oh, let's just see what. And it's like it's okay. Like the third one falls apart at the end a lot, and like, but it's not as bad as Jar Jar Binks. Let's just compare the apples to apples here.
Yeah.
One of the things that I did really enjoy about that movie was seeing the Sydney skyline in all the outdoor scenes. That was so nice because they shot it here. So that was a fun little moment.
See
We don't
Bruce
get to see that
waving
very
at one
often.
moment.
Yes, I remember the day they were actually shooting the scene on top of the building because they had the helicopter up there, and they were actually.
And you're like, what the hell's going on up there?
Well, I mean, obviously, I wasn't. Actually, I might have been there. I might have been working in the city at that time, but I know there were kind of news announcements about they're going to be helicopters flying overhead. They're filming a movie. Blah blah blah. It's crap.
Yeah, they filmed a movie in our office, and they didn't tell anybody until like the day of, and it was like, oh yeah, you can't go to the bathroom right now. They're doing a movie. Okay.
In the bathroom.
Like not even in my pants? Come on.
Well, it
What
was
type
like-
of movie is this?
It was like the stairwell, like in the bathroom, was right there. It was-
The hell movie did they film at your building?
What? Sorry.
What the hell movie would they have filmed at your building?
I don't
Bound.
know. There goes the cat.
Which is another
They were
great.
doing a historical
Jason Bourne,
documentary on
Wachowski.
Unix or some shit.
No, it was some TV show. They were using like the stairwell for some. They even removed all the numbers for the stairwells. It was really dumb. I don't know what it was.
God.
I just remember being yelled at. It's like, all right, well, you're just gonna do this all of a sudden and have no announcements. That's great.
So
I'm
on the topic of movies, I bought some movies the other day.
yay!
So I'm just going to do a bit of show and tell here.
Welcome to Bruce's movie rental reviews.
Yeah. So
Bruce, are
We
these
got,
movies that I could tell people about at my child's youth group? Or
yeah.
do I need? Okay, good.
These are I picked
Bruce
these
gives you
up.
permission.
I picked these up because they're really cheap. I should mention that I have an obscenely large movie collection, so you might look at some of these and go, "Why would you buy that?" So I just
Because it's
bought
One
You
out
don't
of
have
8.
much
You
of
need
it.
all of them. Yeah.
So I got this one. That's pretty crap. Not a very good film.
You bought it anyway.
Yeah.
It's very cheap.
So still,
You got a bit of Con Air.
that's a
classic.
good one.
hmm
Good
Pull up
one.
the burning bag.
Yeah, you got that one there.
Great hair dryers, those guys.
Yeah.
That's good. Got a bit of Gone in 60 Seconds here.
Yeah, screw
Okay.
that one.
All right.
With the little Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Jolly-
She's
jolly-
in 10
jolly-
minutes of the
I set
movie
up a
and you
new,
still put her on the cover.
When I set up a
That's
new
how they
sound
get you to
system
buy
or
it.
something, I test it with that movie. The sound that car makes when it idles is just phenomenal.
Oh,
Mm.
yes.
Yep. Got a bit of the old Fight Club there.
I can take
Excellent.
that
First
one.
rule of Fight Club is
Want to Chuck Palahniuk's better books?
like the by the 10th anniversary edition of Fight Club. That's the first rule of Fight Club. Got Grease. I've never seen it, but someone told me it's good.
Somebody told
Somebody
me.
lied.
Hey, it's got a movie, John. You should appreciate it.
A bit of Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
in
that's
there.
a damn good movie.
Of all the movies that you've shown us so far, Bruce, that's probably the best one.
That's
Was at that moment.
that's the
Bruce
best
realized.
movie.
That was the moment that Andy got railed in the toilet by all of those white supremacists.
Andy Dufresne. Okay. Silence of the Lambs. That's
Yeah,
a good
that's
film.
great.
Okay.
hmm Yeah.
You know, I've
film.
never
I'm-
seen that one all the way through.
I did
Really?
have that on DVD, but I needed to have it in Blu-ray because DVD just doesn't cut it no more.
Mm-mm.
This is a shit film. Has anyone seen this
Timeline?
one?
I've never
the
heard
Richard
that.
Linklater?
Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Or Richard
but-
Donner.
Yeah, Richard Donner film, and it was written. It's based on a novel by Michael Crichton, who of course did Jurassic Park and various
Right.
other ones. And I've read the book, and it's quite a good book. And a lot of the concepts in it are really good in terms of time travel. But there's this guy in it. This guy, Paul
He
Walker.
looks- Oh,
Yeah.
he's Paul Walker. Okay.
He's fast
Yeah.
and furious, that guy.
And he can't actually act, so he is
He
just
can't
this.
drive either.
He's
Not
this
anymore.
absolute wasteland in the film. He is just someone who sucks everything in that everyone else is trying to do. So
Is
you've
that,
got all these other people working really hard, and him just wandering around like this void of nothing in the film.
The guy
some
in the
nice
middle is that.
concepts.
So of
Is
course,
that-
the natural thing to do is to spend money on buying it.
Yes.
The guy in the middle is that
David,
Gerard.
David Hewlett or something like
No.
Hewlett's?
No, it's not. The guy in the middle is Gerard Butler, but Thewlis,
Oh, it is.
David Thewlis is in the film.
Hewlett,
So,
that's right.
Yeah,
He's in everything.
so-
So
and Billy Connolly's in this one as well, actually. And
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
what's kind of nice about it is when they invent the time travel technology, they stumble upon it by accident, trying to do matter transference. And the thing is that when they actually have to transfer people, they have to compress the data
You
a bit
come
as
out
it
like
goes
a
through.
bad JPEG.
Well, this
You
is the
stuff
thing.
it?
They say the more times you go through it, the more it stuffs you up. So, like, all of a sudden you get to the other end and your blood veins don't line up anymore and stuff like that. I just thought that was a really cool concept, so that's why I bought that one.
That's
So
what I
it's
like
kind of
about
like,
that movie. What is it called? Duplicity or something?
multiplicity.
Yeah,
I was thinking
yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
You bring me a monkey.
Duplicitous. It would have been a much better movie.
And then, of course, I had
I
to
want
get
pizza.
season 17 of Family Guy, season 18 of Family Guy, season 19 of Family Guy.
Do you
They
have one
just keep
fish
making
scene?
that.
Yeah, they
They
do.
just keep making more Family Guy.
One of the things, see, when you watch them on like free to air TV out here, anyway, they're all censored, heavily censored and stuff. And when you buy them when you get them on the DVDs, they're all MA.
Did you say DVD again?
15 plus DVD. So you get all the rude words and you get all the extra scenes and everything they have to cut out. So I really enjoy getting them on the DVD so you can watch them
Can
as
you give us
God
an example of
intended.
some of those rude words that are filtered out on TV over there?
Fuck.
George Carlin had 7 of them.
I think what happens is Bruce turns on the OTA version and he realizes that it's all censored and he's like, no, 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 no.
He's just done at Cleveland.
So who thinks we should start a spin-off channel where we watch a movie every week and then discuss it for 5 hours?
I don't have enough time for that. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It'll just be Bruce consistently showing up.
Okay,
I watched
so-
this one and ate some popcorn.
So let's start off with that classic from, I think, 1981, The Brady Girls Get Married.
Oh, God.
What?
What?
Have you ever
Brady
seen the
Girls? Mhm.
Yeah, have
I'm
you ever
very
watched the Brady
confused.
Bunch? Never
Yeah.
seen the Brady
Seen the
Bunch?
Brady Bunch. Never saw that.
Yeah.
Thank
They had a follow-up movie where almost all the original cast made it.
Mhm.
God.
Not Jan.
The worst
They had-
films ever
they had-
made. Yeah.
They had fake Jan, just like the Brady Bunch variety show, where they had fake
Yeah.
Jan.
Fake Jan. We'll just recast Jan. Nobody will be the wiser.
I think everybody
Nobody
should
likes her
sit
anyway.
down this week and watch all of the seasons of the X-Files, and then we discuss it on Monday.
No.
That's
No.
it's gonna take a while.
It's only
Hey,
9
look.
seasons. Come on.
Look at this. Jay from the House of Moth.
He's on the live stream.
In the video.
Wait, Bruce is in the future. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
it just clocked
It
over.
is the 1st of December here today.
It's now December here.
we
Also,
have welcome.
It is here as well.
Oh, of course, it's very late now.
We are 4 minutes into the 1st of December.
Yep, and it's actually sunny today. We have had our coldest and wettest November since records began in this country. So it
So
has just
last-
been an absolute waste of time.
this is
so
turned
anyhow,
into Bruce's bitching hour.
it's summer now. It's as of today, it is summer, and the day's actually quite nice outside.
Don't die, Ron.
What is Ron doing now?
Someone's echoing.
No, I was trying out the YouTube app on my Android box.
Ah,
And I just turned the
Stop
stream on.
it.
stop.
I want to see if this is better or worse than the last game he was playing.
Bruce, you had like a ton of Nicolas Cage movies there,
Oh, what, did I?
and I have a great
at least
Nicolas
There was
Nicolas
two.
Cage story.
Oh,
There were
do
only
tell.
two.
So he made a movie. I think maybe last year, or the year before. Oh shit. Maybe it would have been like 2019, 2020, something like that. But in any case, Nick Cage made this movie, and it's based on a H.P. Lovecraft story that's called Color Out of Space.
Mhm.
So, and I am sure it's on various streaming services and things like that. And it was directed by Paul, whatever the heck his last name is, that
Oh yeah, that
that
guy.
did the Island of Dr. Moreau, the one with oh gosh, Farouza
You know.
Balk and the guy
you know
that,
the guy.
from Streetcar Named Desire
Yeah. I know the one you're
That guy?
talking about.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
The dude
So-
with the name.
yes, Marlon Brando.
That's the one.
So yeah, but anyway, the whole
Superman's
thing
dad.
is, I happen to be in LA, and I happen to be able to go to the premiere of this movie.
They just let
and-
anybody in.
They absolutely do. I guess it's who you know. So went ahead and showed up for this premiere, and we are just waiting outside. It's a huge line of people, and they were like, "Oh, do you guys have tickets?" And we were like, "No, we don't have anything." But the guy that we went there with absolutely, I guess, just had a couple passes. So there's a standby that just wraps around the building, and there's nobody in like this ticketed line. And so we walk to the ticketed line, and then they come back over and they're like, "We're ready." So we went inside. So we're sitting at the very, very back of this theater, and there's like 4 seats left or something like that. And it's me and these other 2 guys, and there's the 3 seats. So we're sitting there, and I'm like, you know what? I rode the LA subway for the first time. I was like, I'm parched. I'm going to go and get something to drink. I go out to get something to drink, and there's a lady standing there, and she's kind of standing behind me, and I'm from the Midwest. So I'm like, hey, go ahead. You can go ahead of me. So she goes up there and she orders a bunch of stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, thanks. And so she leaves. Well, after the movie wraps up, they're like, all right, and here's the director. And so he comes up, and they bring out Nicolas Cage, and they bring out some other people. And Nick Cage is like, hey, everybody, if I could just tell you, Kesha, just come on up here. Yeah, it was Kesha. But I like cut in front of me at the candy aisle line at
That's
the thing.
funny.
So yeah, and so after the show, like they're all milling around outside, and it was just kind of just like a weird thing. I had no idea who, like, because she didn't look like Kesha. I know the TikTok
She
video
didn't have
version.
the body glitter on.
No, she didn't look like she
Ron
just
had
like
more body glitter on than her. that day.
I mean, I think
Spray
that just
tan.
confirms my feelings as well that Kesha is an unbelievably plain-looking human being.
maybe. So she was totally
I'm plainer, don't worry.
incognito that evening.
Incognitus. Now, what was the name of this film?
The film is called Color Out of Space, and it
I
is
see it.
based on a
2019.
mhm.
As you say, director Richard Stanley.
That's right. The guy that directed the Island of Dr. Moreau, the ill-fated, like that 90s Island of Dr. Moreau movie, which I guess was just like murder to work on. So there's a documentary that came out a couple of years ago about the production of that, and Richard Stanley is not part of that, but you get to hear from everybody else just how crazy it was, where I guess production got so bad that he just went out into the jungle for like a week to smoke pot and just clear his head while like Val Kilmer and everybody else just waited around to see if he was dead or not. And but while we're there at
This story
premiere,
gets better.
yeah. So while we're there at the premiere, one of the guys that was with me is kind of like somebody that's kind of up and coming in Hollywood. And so I see Richard Stanley standing there, and I grab my friend by his coat. I bring him over there and I go, hey, Mr. Stanley, I'd like you to meet my friend, and make introductions and things like that. And he was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Hey, do you guys smoke pot? And so right there, and I was like, I said, oh no, I appreciate it, but lungs and whatever. I'm not gonna stand
Lungs
on
and
a lungs. I got all these organs.
I'm made
Sorry.
out of lungs.
So he was like, well, I do. So he just like, he's standing there like smoking a joint just out in front of the movie theater, like just out on the street. But it's California, so what are you gonna do?
Where did Mike go?
To hell. I don't know.
Mike's
He gave
back.
up.
He's sleeping now.
Oh, there he is.
Mike, just 10
There
more
is-
minutes. 10 more minutes.
There is
No,
there's
Ron.
a great book. Don't look for it. I think it's impossible to get hold of. And it's called "Losing the Light" by Andrew Yule, and it's basically
Do you
a
have a
book
PDF?
about no.
I love his logs.
It's a book about the making of a film called The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, directed
Yes.
by Terry Gilliam. I don't know if anyone's seen it. The
Mhm.
film is available. You can get it. I've got it on Blu-ray, and it's not a great film, but it's quite a good film, and it has lots of guest stars in it, and it definitely has some moments and certainly some very Terry Gilliam sort of aspects of it. But it basically was a film that almost didn't get made.
$3
It was
used
just an
for the book. There you go.
absolute nightmare of a film to be made, and it just
Mhm.
accounts all of the things that went wrong during the making of the film. They filmed it overseas with the intention of making it so that it would be cheaper to produce, but that in itself brought all sorts of problems associated with the production, you know, in terms of language problems and money being just sort of what's the word, you know, sort of people just grabbing money and putting it in their pockets, you know.
Now you can see how big that book is. This is very important.
Oh wow! I'm glad it wasn't any bigger. I would
I
never
mean,
bought it.
you gotta. That's very important to Bruce's discussion. I'm sorry.
So, but anyhow, look, if anyone does get a chance to see it or get hold of it or read it, it is an amazing story about that film and the shit that they went through trying to actually make it, and as they very nearly not making it. He then had a very similar thing happen later on when he was going to do a film of
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote, and then they made a film
Don
of
Quixote.
of the film not getting made, and there's actually quite a good movie of the behind the scenes of that film not actually getting made.
Lost in La Mancha.
That's the
Yeah,
one. Fantastic film. Watch it if you can, because it's very, very similar, and you obviously get the feeling from watching this that Terry Gilliam is a big part of the problem, because he is someone that likes things to be perfect, and he just often shoots scenes over and over and over and over and over again, and he often makes very rash decisions about things based on his vision. Like, for instance, I don't know if you guys have ever watched the behind the scenes of the 12 Monkeys, the movie 12 Monkeys. There was a scene in that where there was a kid, and he really liked the look of this kid in casting, and he cast this kid for the role, and the kid couldn't act for shit. And so when they actually came to do the scene, they were just doing take after take after take after take, and they just weren't getting it. But the thing was that other people that were involved in making the film, they had seen another kid come in, and he was really good. But Terry Gilliam was like, no, not using that kid, no. Anyhow, the other people in casting ended up saying to that kid, look, can you guys do us a favor? We'll pay you. Can you just turn up on the day? You might not end up on screen, but just as a backup, can you turn up on the day? And that's the kid that ended up in the movie, because they had so much trouble with the kid that Gilliam chose. They ended up sort of just firing him on the day and then shooting it with the backup kid that wasn't even going to be there on the day.
That's funny.
Speaking of 12 Monkeys, you ever see the TV show?
No.
It's good.
Speaking of Terry Gilliam with directing problems and a lot of these productions largely being Gilliam's fault, I mean, it killed Heath Ledger.
Yep.
How?
I mean,
There you go.
like the production on Dr. Parnassus's Imaginatorium, whatever that movie is called, that I guess like stress was really high. So the sort of the accusation is that Heath Ledger had some substance abuse issues, but it was like amplified by the stress of the production. And so even though it was maybe only a couple of weeks in, like his stuff, and he passed away on production of that movie, and that's why they brought in like Johnny Depp and all these other people to kind of fill in the gaps.
Well, now you just made us sad, Ron.
Well, I'm sorry. Thinking about Lost in La Mancha makes me sad, because he finally got to make his Don Quixote movie a couple of years ago, and it is shit. See, you can't think and talk at the same time.
Anyone watching this?
Yes.
No.
So he finally got to make it, but it really wasn't all that hot.
Yeah.
I am not.
And of course, he
currently watching
loves to cast a Johnny Depp as well.
Yeah.
I have seen season 1 of Yellowstone, but I haven't seen the rest.
Dude, you need to catch up.
I have seen them. They're very good.
You don't say.
No, I don't.
You didn't.
See,
Bruce.
I want to end the stream, but on the other hand, it's like I need to view hours, so I'm still.
Yeah, you're gonna get the view hours eventually. There's
So-
people in China that are just now
I'll
waking
just
up.
put, I'll just put chapters in the final video. Like from
Steve
here to
yawns
here,
one.
I'm actually
Steve
doing what I
yawns
set
two.
out to do, and from here to here is all nonsense.
Deadwood.
Box set of all 3 series of Deadwood. Really enjoyed that one as well. That was another one I bought. So.
Why does that sound familiar?
Hey,
Because I tried to get you to watch it, and you reckoned that what they were wearing was not not.
Oh,
they weren't
that garbage.
wearing
Yeah,
the
I
right
remember.
Costume,
I
and
remember.
I was like, the costume was absolutely perfect. What are you talking about?
Nah, it was short of pulling an iPhone out of the pocket. It was no.
Nonsense. Nonsense.
Go,
I don't know
Ron,
what you
go.
watched, but you clearly watched something
I
else.
will debate you on our spin-off show where we debate such things.
Bruce yells at Jay. The show. I'd watch that.
What was did you watch that movie that they made for
Yes, I
for
did,
that?
and it
What
was
did
a
you
little bit
think?
disappointing. And well,
That's
I
kind of
think
what I
one,
heard.
one good thing that happened between the filming of the series and the movie, Timothy Oliphant learned how to act, and that was kind of good. So he came in the movie and actually did quite a good performance. But
Nice.
I don't know. It didn't need to be made, to be honest. I don't know. I'll probably need to watch it again. I've forgotten it.
I think that it's one of those things where it's, a lot of these actors are getting up there in age. So if you're going to do these projects,
You gotta do it.
you've got to do them, or otherwise you just, nature will decide for you.
Yeah.
If you want to
What
see
your
that
casting is gonna be.
Timothy guy do really good, you should watch Justified. Phenomenal.
Okay.
Mhm.
Is that one that I have?
I don't know. I can put it in a place where you can get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mail the
Supposedly.
DVD over to Bruce. So.
Yeah.
See, the messed up part is like Bruce buys all this. He spends like he told me in complete confidence, but fuck it. I had a few Baileys. He said I spend $600 Australian a month buying all these Blu-rays, and I don't even watch them. I put them in the computer, I rip them, and I put them on Plex. He doesn't even play them.
I'm not sure
I
where he got
was-
the number from, but I do purchase a lot of movies. I like to have the real thing. I like to do the right thing for all of the creative
gonna-
minds involved.
I'm gonna scare the shit out of you, Bruce.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my earliest DVDs have started rotting. Rotting away.
Yeah.
Mine haven't.
Oh, well.
But the earliest
What
one that
happens
I
when
would
you
have,
let pee on them?
the earliest one that I have, I think was one that actually is not even a dual layer; it's a double-sided
Yep.
disc. So
Yep.
you put half the movie in the other, and that's still going right.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not the oldest ones. It's like around the early 2000s, where I guess they just
Oh,
didn't
okay.
care. I don't know. I
think
put
the
one in
only
and it just
Double-sided one I have is Lethal Weapon. 2 of the Lethal Weapon DVDs are when you actually have to flip it over.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
have any that way. I have
I-
Laserdisc that way.
Yeah, I have the
My original Starship Troopers was a double-sided like that. You have to flip it over halfway through the movie.
Yeah, the Spaceballs one I have is one side is widescreen, the other side is full screen.
Oh yes, I've had that too. Yeah. Okay.
I had a bunch of polygram home video stuff that they had a bunch of licensing and then they went out of business, and some of those discs were kind of hard to get for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 Rooms and some other movies kind of like that, and all of those have bit rot.
Oof.
So but they're all flippers. So
Oh,
What the hell was
What
that,
happened there?
Ron?
Oh, come
That
on.
was
Ron.
just-
keep getting the
that
keys
was- what? That
confused.
was.
Oh,
What the hell?
that is
Oh, whoa, come on.
No.
Come
So-
on, come on.
I'm going to ask you another question, because this is something which I think is something that we all have very
Ron's playing
significant
the game. I wanna
feelings about. When did you hear about that they made changes to, I think it was ET, so that they made it so that the guys were carrying
Walkie-talkies.
walkie-talkies
Instead
instead
of
of
shotguns.
guns?
And then when they did
Guns.
the
That
Blu-ray
pisses
release,
me off.
Instead of what?
instead
They
of
Instead of
replaced the
guns.
guns with walkie-talkies.
and then when they were releasing it on Blu-ray, Steven Spielberg's like, "Yeah, we're just gonna use the original one because apparently nobody liked the other one," and everyone in the audience was laughing.
I mean, why? I mean, why does someone have to
When
go
did
in
this
and
happen?
change?
Because George Lucas got in his ear. That's why.
I think it's one of those things. You have to look at what was happening in the US at the time, because that release of that DVD kind of happened within enough of a zone of Columbine that they thought, well, maybe having authority figures pointing guns at kids is
okay.
maybe a
So
bad idea.
But that makes sense for a film that is perhaps being made today. But it doesn't make sense.
So why
for a
break
film that
a
was shot in the
30-year-old movie? Right.
But I
Yeah.
will say, they actually, the DVD that they released, there's 2 discs, and one has the special. Well, the disc has branching features, so you could either play the special edition or
So
the theatrical.
why can't we do that with Han shooting Greedo?
Bruce, can I
Bruce,
just
that's
ask,
what I was
when
gonna
did
say.
this- when
McClunky.
did this DVD come out? that you're
McClunky.
talking
I
about?
don't know.
2002, 2003.
I have no idea. I've never seen it. I've only ever heard about it.
Oh, you're missing out. I have it, and I'm not getting rid of it because it's horrible. You don't even get to the good part of the CGI ET for the deleted scenes where they inserted
crap.
it in, and it's clearly night and day. That is not ET.
Oh, dear.
Well, why
you
did
know,
they go through and decide that they were going to cover up Daryl Hannah's butt on the Disney Plus version
It
of?
looks so bad. It looks like a
Yeah.
carpet.
It's like the worst.
You have to
Like,
find the YouTube
whatever the
clip and show it.
What
It's
is it?
hilarious.
Splashed or something?
Yeah, splash.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just ridiculous. Like the
This
clone
game is giving me
stamp that they
anxiety.
did on Daryl Hannah's butt, make it look like hair was, kind of.
Because God forbid you show someone's butt.
Oh, what the hell?
I get the keys confused.
Focus, man.
You're giving me anxiety.
Don't worry, I'll.
Look at all that. Look. I got your.
Oh, what the fuck?
Part of the fun is fucking it up.
Well,
there,
you're
there was
doing a good
there was an
job
interesting
now.
thing listening to Spielberg talk about when he talked about Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which I think is ultimately a pretty good film.
Oh yeah.
And
Yes.
and he was saying that in that movie, oh shit, what are you doing? In that
Stop it.
in that movie, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. In that movie, the character who's having all these, visions of the shape in his head and everything like that.
Yes. Richard
He
Dreyfuss.
he
Richard Dreyfuss.
yeah, that's right. He leaves his family in that,
Mhm.
or the family leaves him or something like that. And Spielberg was commenting on it, and he was saying, if I was to make that film today, I would never have him leave his family, as in like his personal values have changed or something, so he wouldn't do that. And I sort of think that is just such a stupid way to think when you're telling fiction. These things don't have to be about you or your values or something like
Right.
that. I mean, these things are part of telling a story. That guy was having these visions. He was completely and totally messed up in the head, and and obviously
He wanted to fly in a
that sort of-
spaceship. Let him do it.
yeah, that's right. That behavior sort of was part of it, and I just I think okay, it's all right for a director to have an opinion about their old work, but the problem that really shits me is that these guys, people like Lucas and people like Spielberg, then go in and fucking change them and re-release them. It's like, leave it alone. Just piss off.
That's why I have the laser discs of the original trilogy, and you can pry them from my cold, dead hands.
I wonder if he was getting divorced from Kate Capshaw at the time that he said that. Where it's like, I make these things, and I just wouldn't have them. Like the dad wouldn't leave the kids, and
I don't think it's possible to suck even more at Tetris. What the hell is going on?
well, I started with like where it gives you the bad roll, like right out of the gate. If I started with it flat, then it's kind of you just make it happen.
I legally purchased a game, and I'm trying to open it, and it keeps crashing.
I like this guy on the left. He's like, I'd like to introduce you to my wife and transportation.
I just saw the picture because I was full screen. And
Oh
so-
yeah.
She
You
is
know, and
good.
that-
Just do not mix up carrot when you're not wearing pants. That's all I have to say.
Yes. Also, I want to tell you, this is hair, not hat.
You like new haircut, yes?
Yes.
The low hairline is
I
genetic.
get.
Is genetic to my family.
I go to party headquarters and
You
I
should
get
see
no
my
haircut.
Oh,
You
God.
will notice that the woods on the right side of the screen is not good perception compared to where I am standing.
Please help.
You know, it's they give us so much charcoal per month. You know, so I either do drawing or eat. I got to. You
Or
can't
eat.
have it. You can't have it both ways, Yankee Blue Jeans. Speaking of
Oh,
Yakov
God.
Smirnoff, I have to go to Branson to work next month. So I will be sure to tell him that you all said hi.
Oh, well, please do. I mean,
Yeah, he still has a theater there. For
we're
some
such
reason.
friends,
That's
obviously.
You guys went to high school together.
That dude was huge in the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't watch an episode of Night Court without him.
Oh,
What are
boy.
you doing? Good. Oh.
Sometimes you just gotta roll with the changes. Roll with the
Roll with the
changes. We'll get that copyright strike yet.
Oh, we'll get it. Don't worry.
No!
What the?
I don't take it too serious. I just kind of,
Well,
I can
clearly
tell.
we
especially
do.
since it's not telling me the next piece. It should be telling me the next piece. I have pressed
That's-
the key
That's for
That's
that
amateurs.
is.
Pussy Tetris.
I mean, I've heard of Wesleyan Tetris, but never that. I remember back in the day, like a sysop guy gave me a copy of that, and he was like cursing, and I showed my little brother, and he was like, "Oh, I can't believe the words they're using."
Jay,
Yeah.
refresh my memory. What the fuck was this stream all about?
Blu-ray player.
It was how to pirate
Right.
Blu-rays.
Oh, that's right. The one you
Yeah.
punched. Yep.
Yeah, I know it's been 2.5 hours, but and I almost forgot myself. But yes, this is how it all started.
Yep. Cool. As long as I know. That's the main
And then
thing.
this happened,
Yep.
and now we're here.
All right.
I like to think that he's making the Doom guy jump sound.
Or he's trying, but then he falls. It's like,
I played a little bit of Doom the other
What the
night.
fuck was that?
Oh yeah, which one?
Doom 2.
Good choice.
Doom also. It's the better. It's the better of the
This game is
Dooms.
also Doom.
It's just
Doom as well internationally.
No, can I tell you another thing? And
No.
I know you're gonna all think less of me after this. I enjoyed the Doom movie.
Is that the
Kind of
one with
looks
the
like
rock?
a video game.
who's
That's
okay.
the one with the rock. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you don't take it seriously, it's very entertaining.
that's what I funked.
Speaking of him, that new movie on Netflix, Red Notice, I watched that the other
That's
day.
really good.
It's really good. I
Very
liked
funny.
That you needed that one before, Ron. That
Yeah.
tall
it.
one.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Is it Frozen? Oh no, here we go.
There you go. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, okay, you kind of
That-
redeemed yourself
That
there.
was satisfying.
I can't use the controller, and I'm sad.
Well, what are you,
You have
playing?
to unplug your camera to use the controller.
Oh, yeah.
2 4s in a row. Oh
Yeah.
man.
What the hell,
What did you
man?
do?
I
What
okay.
the- oh,
I'm
Christ.
fuck.
the controls
hell.
are not great, and I'm bad at games.
The
This has been
controls are not
established.
Yeah, we
blame
know
the
you're bad at games.
controls.
You watched Prince of Persia for 3 fucking months.
Yeah, man. I
you're
can't
you're as
help it.
bad. You're as bad at that as I am at Raptor.
At
How
least
many
you get
levels of
unlimited rocket.
Prince of Persia did you get through there, Ron? Spoiler alert.
I got through 8 on night 1, and then I did go through and play the rest of the game.
Ah!
I thought that would be frustratingly appealing there. But no, I went through and I played through the rest of it because I completely forgot that she sends that mouse to come and help you. And I completely
You're
forgot.
going too fast now. This is when I start over.
I was
Sorry, I
trying to.
cannot finish the sentence until we're done with this game. There's no good choice here. No, that wasn't it.
No.
All right. Yeah. Okay, there's two more. Yeah. No. Well.
No, no.
Oh shit! It's all going to hell now.
Why is it lag whenever you?
Oh no!
Are you playing this on a?
It's playing it on Mini VMAC, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Emulator is what I was trying to say.
This is like a real Mac Plus-y kind of.
That was it. You fucked now.
I
You're done.
can't-
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just make a tower. Just make a tower. Just drop.
Oh no! This. Oh god.
Oh.
No. Oh.
There you go.
The balls.
So this is going to be the new show. Ron plays games and we talk about.
I'm trying to download a game to play, but my machine is
We
not having
we
it.
start up the stream by fixing something, and then more people join, and it just all goes to hell. And you got bad Tetris, clumsy cat, you name it, it's all here.
Why the hell is WinZip installed on this machine? What the?
Fridge magnet.
Yes. Shut the front door.
I deleted that video. Did you put it back?
Ow.
Yeah.
All right,
course
what are we
Jake
going to
was
run? We're going to run a little bit of System 7.5, I think. Let's have a look at that.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go. Some of us have to work tomorrow.
You do?
Hi, Mike.
We've never heard that before.
I'm fucking working now.
No, you're not.
Whatever.
You guys stay here.
The only people here that have real jobs are me and Dana, and maybe Ron. I don't know.
It feels real when the check comes.
In Mike's opinion, anyone that works from home does not have a real job.
My office is, they don't allow me to come in. So would you like me to risk my job by
I would love to
going
work
there?
from home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
That's where all my
I'm not
stuff
gonna-
is.
Hello, postman. The postman's just arrived. Hello, postman.
Does he have your wine?
Bringing wine.
You got my word?
No wine. I haven't ordered any wine, but I think I'm going to have to
I'll
actually.
be right back in 1 minute.
Every live stream, people are going to watch
I'm
for me.
timing you.
There's Bruce saying he's waiting for his wine delivery. They're going to think you're an alcoholic.
Well,
What's wrong with that?
I don't mind.
I got nothing to prove to those people.
Exactly.
All right, you guys have a good night. I will
See you
talk-
later, Mike.
See you, Mike.
Okay, go away now.
I almost ended the broadcast.
No.
You don't do that.
Oh, come on. What the fuck?
Oh, this fucking
Gotta
guy.
remember the keys.
What is this? Oh, the
Lighter.
paper airplane. That's not how paper airplanes work.
No.
It's technically not, but
What?
I mean, you got this tiny paper airplane that can handle being bounced around by all these AC vents, and then a single drop of water completely destroys it.
mhm,
Hey, not only that, it makes clocks disappear.
us.
What happened?
It's a Steve. There's a Steve in the lobby.
Where's Steve? Oh, here he is.
I'm trying to reinstall Steam because when I launched it, it crashed my entire fucking machine.
I'm looking to see if I can find a game here to have a little bit of play here.
So, anyone that's currently watching or listening to this, can you sound off in the live chat? I want to make sure it's not just Dana with 13 tabs open.
I'm not watching the stream. at
Hey,
all.
Josh is here. What's up,
Still
Josh?
counts.
No
It
beer
still
today, but I got
counts.
Bailey's.
Josh who? Oh,
Micro
Mage
Mage
Repair.
Repairs, Josh.
yes. I know this.
I
just
call
don't
him
see
by
his
his
name.
actual name so I can feel cool to to be associated with him.
I do that because I can't remember their usernames. I have to make an association.
Oh, look, I found a whole stack of
Confused.
games.
Hey,
What are we going to
Matthew.
play? What are we going to play? Hang on. Let me share this. I'm going to share this. It's going to be good.
Look.
Share.
Hello.
Share screen.
There's actual people here.
Window.
Go eat the alarm clock.
There we go.
What are you doing?
Ooh.
Alright. What game are we going to play?
Can you show Ron how
This is
Tetris is supposed to work?
How, what is?
Oh damn!
Yay, System
Tetris.
7.
Oh, God, no. Lemmings? What are the Lemmings?
Oh, God. Lemmings.
Yeah, but only Christmas lemmings.
Yeah.
I forget what key you have to press to do like the zippy make you move kind of.
What's that? Oh,
It
that's
is.
Oh.
So I guess I'll never know.
Psychosis.
14 watching and 12
We
likes.
like owls.
Man,
Might be the end
that's
of the
just
stream.
too bad.
I don't have the stream open, so I don't account for any of those views, actually.
Where's the sound, Bruce?
Trolls
I don't know.
figure.
Don't
Oh
think
yeah,
you get
that's
them
Where are you
quick, eh?
going?
first.
There's no map there.
What
Come
game
on.
is this?
Lemmings.
Oh, there we go. Jeez. Cheese and crackers.
You've
That's it
never
for-
watched Lemmings?
No.
Oh. So they basically just walk. And you have to protect them.
They basically just walk.
And you have to
Man, I
protect them.
feel like I missed out on a whole different childhood knowing that.
And then you gotta wait for the freaking stragglers at the end.
No, you gotta
Yeah.
hit the fast forwardy button.
Yeah, but that's only the speed they come out. It's not the speed they walk. They still walk the same, I think.
No.
Well,
If you hit the little fast forwardy thing, they walk faster.
Do they?
So you-
Okay.
hmm So you can get your
But
stuff.
with
Could
the
have
fast forward
saved
thing.
weeks of
Don't do it
Bruce's
now.
life right there.
Where's the fast forwarding thing?
You know,
Isn't it the
they're gonna
feet?
fall off that and die, aren't
You
they?
type the little feet next to the bomb, next to the A bomb.
Oh, cool.
Oh. Oh. You gave them all parachutes. Or umbrellas.
How cute.
It made him stop. It made him stop. It's a pause. Doesn't make
Well,
him go
what
faster. You are spreading
Wait a
this
minute.
tree.
Later
Well, I
version.
could swear
I could
You're
too.
allowed
but I
to
don't
do
want to.
that.
because, like on the, I
This
know
is a
on the
family
Amiga
stream.
version and on the PC version, there's like
This is a
something that you click
Hey,
that just makes them go faster.
this ain't no Amiga. This ain't no PC.
This ain't no disco. This ain't
and
no
I'm-
fooling around.
I'm bored. So, come on, let someone else choose a game.
I got one. One second.
Virtual Valerie, go.
What?
Yeah.
Look at
Shufflepot.
this.
I don't
Look at
even
all
know
these
what half
beautifully like curated games that I need to.
I know. Part 1 or part 2?
Look at that. Hemorrhoids.
There we go.
Oh Lord.
This is a family stream.
Oh,
Ah,
your family did it up.
and that's what hemorrhoids will do to you.
That is the sheep shaver experience right there in a nutshell.
Oh, it's
I'll tell you what. It's for some stuff too. It just does not work under Sheep Shaver or under Basilisk. You've got to do it under Mini VMAC, especially HyperCard stuff. It just acts like it can't do the transitions properly.
How about us start an 8-hour game of Civilization? How about that?
Just make sure to make Gandhi mad, and it'll be over.
This
in 5
game
minutes.
is a puzzle game.
Oh, Bruce, you just got totally over
I
it.
did. Just got.
And I'm gonna be bad at it. You have to match the colors.
Or somebody should play Power Pete. That's got like a good enough machine to do that. I was just thinking about that game the other day.
This is what it's come to.
And then they renamed it. It was like something Mike or something. Power
Poop.
Pete,
I can't perform with an
Mighty
audience.
Mike.
That's what she said.
I didn't want to say it, and then I was like, wait, this ain't Maciac, and then you said it.
Steve, I am disappointed.
I like colors.
Have you guys ever played? There was an iOS game, and we're talking 12 some years ago, called Bada Boo.
Mm-mm.
Ever played it? Most amazing game for I had an iPod Touch. No, I had an iPhone at the time. It's amazing.
It's called Bada Boop.
Bada Boo. You should look it up on YouTube because it's long since vanished from the App Store, of course.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I have lost interest.
I've lost interest.
Yeah. It's really sad. I went out. My son has like a original iPad Air, and he's got like a ton of apps on it. And I tell him all the time, it's like, don't delete anything
Oh yeah.
because
yeah.
there's no guarantee you will ever be able to put it back on there. So he has like all of those. It looks like the same people that made this made like Dark Souls, because it's like the knights and the monsters, and you have to like slash the hell out of these monsters.
Look how
and stuff.
sad that robot crab looks.
Yeah, he's like,
How do you know he has crabs?
That's the name of his character. I have.
We only
crabs.
had one date.
"They
I was
don't
gonna.
give me
Did you just
bathroom
send him like a message that's like, get yourself checked? That's never
Yo,
a good
you
sign.
up? Get yourself checked. Yeah.
Yes.
He had that look like, they don't give me bathroom breaks, so I have to go in this big tube.
Can I borrow your tube? Mine's full.
Blip, blip.
This is a cute game. It's very.
By the way, we
Dr.
got,
Mario. Is that what this would be
We
like?
got 5 people here live. We
Five whole
got
people.
apparently 10 people watching. Everybody, direct your attention to Micro Mage Repair and tell him he needs to start doing live streams.
You need to start doing live streams, buddy.
There you go.
I tried.
Or else.
At the very least, get to a urologist. Just get yourself checked after the stream.
Steve, you're giving me anxiety here.
I'm pretty good at
There
it.
you
Don't
go.
It
worry.
doesn't take
All right.
much to give you anxiety, does it?
Not with games.
Tetris. And that is.
I don't play a lot of games.
Because Danny gets anxiety.
Unreal Tournament is the only game worth
I play
playing.
sandbox games. If it has like if it keeps score or it has a timer, I fuck that.
So the majority of these games are out. Yeah, Bruce,
No.
please play yours. Nobody wants to watch this.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got melted.
Is that a bird shitting on you?
No.
Oh.
Well, it was the perfect time to switch over.
Oh, Solarian 2, yes. I remember
Bruce,
this.
play.
Yes, I remember that one.
Your
play
name is-
Pair Arena. Like, because I want to see somebody good play Pair Arena.
I can't play for shit.
What the
Hey, you
fuck?
just died in like 0.5 seconds.
I thought Steve was bad.
Yeah, that bird is
Oh,
crapping
watch
on
out
you.
for the cupcake. Good.
Oh crap!
Oh no,
That's what I'm
you're
saying. The bird is crapping on you.
Sheep shaver like, don't get hit by the bullets.
Oh, yeah, you fuck.
You need a my God.
Dude.
You need a joystick for this.
3, 2,
You
1.
gotta keep firing and don't hit the things that are falling toward you.
Don't hit the things.
Yeah, the thing that just popped up, hit
Deal.
that.
The
Shoot
deal with
that.
the thing.
Yes. That gets you bonuses.
Be nice if I could shoot a little bit faster. Would make this game a lot easier.
Well,
What are the cheats? Are there cheat codes? Does anyone have any cheat codes?
ooh, shit.
Oh,
You got this. You got this. Take that shit out. Oh, damn. We got one little bat left. There. Boom.
hey, look at that.
You have advanced to level less sucky.
We are so proud of you.
Less sucky.
Prepare. I love how these old games are like, prepare for level 2. Level 2!
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
He's dead.
No prep time. Just get in there.
Game over.
I suck at this shit.
Yeah, you do.
Did you get
And again, I've seen you play UT, so it could be worse.
Oh crap!
Actually,
I died really quick at the
Yeah.
beginning.
thankful this isn't a first-person shooter.
Should we do a bit of Wolfenstein? Let's do Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
How do I quit out of this shit?
Thomas Armstrong is asking, what game is this? Oh, Solarian
Solarian.
11.
Valerian 2.
Oh, 2.
Wolfenstein.
Don't ask me what Solarian 1 looked like. Probably
All
very
right, I
similar.
won't ask it. Jeez.
It was probably very similar. Yeah, be
Can
the
I
old guy.
play
With,
daddy?
oh my god.
That'll scale fine.
Look at that frame rate.
Yeah, holy
Now
shit.
this is Doom, ladies and gentlemen.
How do I? Hang on. There we go.
How do I move?
Set screen size. There we go.
Oh, well,
640
I
by
do the
4.
thing.
There you go. Oh,
Oh,
my
wow.
goodness.
Yeah,
High
one.
society.
This. Oh shoot!
Someone can afford the Voodoo 3 card.
Mezzanine. Did you see one pop up recently?
Yeah.
There was a mezzanine voodoo card.
The
How much do
Voodoo
they
2?
want for it?
I think they were just
Oh.
like, I don't even know how much, it
Oh,
was
the
shit.
Facebook,
exploratory.
That
Yeah, it was on Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Did
Yeah,
it
it's
have
several $100.
anything other than the card?
I think it was just the card.
Yeah,
It was
that's,
the guy
that's
like.
what I
Does
got.
anybody know anything about this?
About what?
I got, and this is just a random rant. More and more often, I go on Facebook and there's this post like, "Look what I have. Is it worth anything?" I don't know
Yeah.
why, but those kind of posts piss me off.
That's
Well,
I
someone
always
explain-
I always
someone took
redirect
their
people to that.
psychology in school and want to explain why it pisses me off.
I keep pressing something that makes me go into dashboard into like
Well,
that.
don't do that.
thing.
Then
I don't know what I don't know what it is that I'm pressing, but
I don't want it. I don't want
I don't want it.
You just killed 3 dogs.
yeah, I'm a bastard.
20
You have to, or
21.
they will bite your balls off.
it. Literally. Look at the animation.
That is totally unacceptable this day and age.
Rawr, rawr. They were zombie dogs, Jay. They just couldn't afford the extra pixels.
Oh, that was pretty damn cool. Nobody was watching it.
Thomas,
we're
I
watching
just read
Bruce
the
kill
seller
Nazis.
is Amaranth.
Shoot
And I'm
him.
like, what?
Oh no, he's shooting at
God's
you.
sake, will you die? I did it again.
You got to point at
You're
him,
being
not the
shot
door.
at, dude.
Oh
You
crap!
gotta point at him.
Point
I
at
worked
it.
out what it
Close.
is. If I press Control and the left key at the same time, I go into some sort of weird dashboard thing. So
Well, don't do
I'm
that
gonna-
then.
I
I'm going to
believe
change
you,
the
Shaver.
controls so that it's not Control. Simple as that. I mean, come on. Options.
I blame
Set.
Cheap Shaver.
Configure keyboard.
There you go.
Okay.
You
Where
sound
are
so
we?
determined, Bruce.
Shoot. Z. No, sidestep is Z. Hang on. These are just stupid. Okay. Forward, up arrow. Backward.
What are they, Bruce?
Stroke it.
Keypad? You're a keypad player?
You didn't get
figured
much
you were
options there
a
back in the day there, Jay.
WASD player.
What's that?
Waz.
Wazd.
And then where are we? Shoot is going to be Z. There we
Can't
go.
you
That-
mouse for shoot?
no, I want to use it for fingers.
Mouse.
Bam, bam. Oh, oh, oh. You let him shoot you.
I
Get
like
the cat.
puzzles.
Get the cat. Oh, good one. You got him.
Isn't this the game where, like, sometimes you shoot and they go, "Mein Leben"?
Yes, my life. Mein Leben.
Put it in here.
Ooh, secret room. Look at all the health.
Bruce, that's all the
This is
secrets.
where we keep the health.
This is where we keep the health.
You need it now.
Yeah, you'd figure when they go through that much effort to dress up the walls and stuff, they would do something about that ceiling. But no.
Nah, that takes extra.
That's extra textures. They ain't got
yeah,
RAM for that.
Again, more pixels. Can't afford the pixels.
Which way did I come in from?
What?
I
What?
don't remember. Oh, it wasn't this way.
Monster.
Oh,
Well,
that's
it's
a lot
bigger.
of dudes.
What?
Man,
No,
at
be
least
one
hit
right
him.
left, dude.
Come on.
Jacob
Okay.
says his 90s PC has a PCI Voodoo 3 16 meg. I remember when those were the bomb, man. Those
Is it
were.
worth anything?
So, what can I get for it? I mean, I will throw it away, but if anyone wants anything for it, I'll now charge $1 million. I mean, that's how those stupid sales always go. Yeah, I'll give it a good home. I'll enjoy it. I'll make a video on it. I'll thank you for it. I'll send you a nice fruit basket. No, I want $8 million because this weirdo said that's what it was worth.
Yeah.
And that weirdo was Jonathan Goldman.
Whoa, Mr. Polka Dot. Whoa, whoa.
Mr.
Wow.
Polka Dot. There, you're getting it now, Bruce. Look at that. You're slaughtering people. Ooh. The end of the level.
I remember when this came out. This was kind of a big deal on the Mac, and then it was a real test of how good your Mac was, like how how big of a window you could play this in.
And then Marathon came out.
Yeah.
That's what I have now with Abduction. Have you guys ever played that?
Yeah.
No.
My Mac cannot handle it.
You serious?
Yep.
Okay. What are you talking about?
Abduction, the Mist and Riven sequel?
Yeah. Yeah, mine
Yeah.
plays that beautifully. I don't know what you're talking about.
It lags like a son of a bitch.
Oh, I do not have these problems. Okay. All right. Steve's
All
turn.
right, let's see what Steve is up to.
No,
same
I'm
shit
failing.
still.
Don't
All
look
right,
at me.
okay.
No.
Rotobund. This one's called The Backyard. What have we got here? Oh!
Oh yeah, kids game. Yeah.
Wrong backyard.
Backyard. Check out
Yep,
the
still going,
backyard on
Joe.
that fella.
Don't ask me what we're still going with, but we're going.
We're running on empty. Send help.
Was the rat talking just now?
Yeah, it said something.
Said something.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, we get to play Mr. Potato Head with a pumpkin.
At least my game has music.
I have no
I
idea what
can't
I'm
fucking
supposed to
hear
do.
it.
Good.
Yes.
Oh man, that was just a pumpkin.
Just
It's
put
the
wooden
dumbest thing
all
I've
over
ever
the
freaking seen. How about Space Station Feta?
Oh yeah, that's great. That's great.
Is that?
Feta.
Ron is
Double
going to
click
just
the
one bit
those
icon.
two.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I'm not sure I can register anymore.
You probably can't.
New game. What? This is just Load Runner.
Well, sort of, but you got to go and you got to collect oxygen the whole time.
Or you die.
Dust.
This is difficult.
It looks like a spider.
There's not even any like turtles throwing ninja hammers. Oh, look, you managed to die.
Yeah. Well, OH&S stuff, man. Occupational health and safety. Where are the guardrails? Someone tell me where the rails are. I mean, seriously.
Someone tell me who climbs stairs like this.
Life is more interesting without rails.
I think they're ladders. I don't think they're stairs.
You're running out of oxygen, man.
Hey, you got the key. You're the
Look at
key
Hope.
master.
You got hopes. Hopes and hopes.
Are you the key master?
Well, my bonus is making my oxygen go away.
But he says, I am the gatekeeper. You know what happens with the gatekeeper and the keymaster?
They do
don't go
the
there.
horizontal hustle.
No, that was cut from the movie. Because
It's
there's a scene where he's like, "Did we?" And no, Lewis,
It
we
was
did not.
implied. Oh, you mean the old? Yeah. Well, in the
Yeah.
new movie, yeah.
Oh, I've not seen the new.
It was fun.
How do I
the
go
new
up?
Ghostbusters.
I will not say anymore because it's fantastic.
Well, good.
Oh, I'm massively screwing this up.
Oh, there's too many
Jump
buttons.
is space. Jump is space. Yeah, everyone good?
It's
Great.
usually space.
Oh
yeah,
no.
it's been that way for 30 years.
Uh
That's a hell of a
That's all.
jump.
oh. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness.
I thought it was like
Can you?
I thought space was like open things.
Oh, splat. So it's in space, but there's no oxygen.
Gravity.
But
You're
there's
wearing
gravity.
lead boots.
That is a
Doesn't matter if
stupid
you're in
game.
space. Your lead boots weigh nothing.
Hey, Bruce, you got
Man has been
Quake
watched too
or
many
Unreal
space
Tournament?
movies.
I mean,
No,
I'll
no.
give the physics lesson on why The Last Jedi was a piece of shit movie.
Yeah, you really need the physics to understand that.
All right, so we are at 3 hours. I'm going to end the stream, and
No,
we'll
you're not.
probably be hanging out behind the scenes for the next 3 hours. But I'm not going
Or
to bother
to
everyone
hang out
here
behind the
with that.
scenes. you
Well,
have to
here's
pay
the
me.
thing: it doesn't cost you anything to just leave it run.
Just leave it on.
Just
I
leave it run.
know, but
Look, you got
There is
10
a
people
point
watching that are
where
going to
you
be pissed
say-
off.
this is enough.
They're going
I
to say
mean-
Jay ended the stream while it was still good, and there was 10 of us watching.
It is
I'm
not
never
good.
watching a stream
It's
of
not
Jay's
good.
again
We
because I don't
were
know
at
if it'll-
15, and we just dipped in 9. So
Well, it's
that
also
tells me
1 in the morning.
people are mass offing themselves watching this, so I need to end it now.
No, you have no responsibility for those people.
So those that made it this far and those that bailed early, I don't blame you. We came here to repair a Blu-ray burner, fixed it because I am amazing, and that's all
There's
you need
nothing
to
wrong
know.
with it.
No,
There was nothing wrong with it.
It was completely screwed up,
No.
and I fixed
Ted-
it.
I think Jay sneezes at
There's
things
nothing
to
wrong with
make
it.
them stop working, so he has to do a stream.
So thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you on the next stream, which might be
Tomorrow.
Friday. We'll see.
Tomorrow.
Goodbye, everybody.
Blah.
Wave, Steve. Come on, wave. Ron, Dana. Bye.